Bada bada boop boop. Beady beady boop boop boop. Here it is. So lower this. Oh, nope. I don't put it in this one. There we go. Up to sound. Okay. La 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 la. Ooh, item. That's mine. La di 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 di. La di da di da da.
Sure is quiet. This is where the fight went down?
Yeah. But to look at it, you wouldn't think anything had happened here. Sawa-sensei?
Yeah,
there?
they got it already.
It's Yagami.
Someone kidnapped her.
What's
I mean,
up?
not kidnapped her, but someone was there.
The door. It's unlocked.
Really, Yagami?
Huh?
You already forgot? Damn it, dude.
Sawa-sensei?
No! Wait, talk!
Oh shit, she dead?
No way.
Oh, God.
Oh shit. Huh, okay.
The schoolteacher, Yokosawa, is murdered in cold blood, and Yagami is torn with grief. Her death is merely collateral damage to Soma of RK. Soma's real prey is Kawana, who narrowly escapes his trap. It seems Kawana had buried his true identity among a host of other secrets, and to unearth them, Yagami crawls deeper down the rabbit hole.
I didn't see the chapter title. God damn it. Oh well.
Yeah. That's fine. I get it. You don't want us touching anything inside the room. Is it okay to wait for you inside then? Some private investigators from Kamurocho. Yagami-san and Kaito-san. Yeah, I asked them to help us out with a case we were on a couple days ago. Yes, see you soon. They're coming. The cops are on their way.
All right. She was murdered at the hands of Soma.
Yeah, but you don't have proof that it was Soma. That's the problem,
You
boy.
lied when you said they had no business with her.
I mean, we have proof, but it's not like
Why
we
did
have
it have
proof
to
to
be
show the
her?
cops.
How did she get pulled into all this?
If it's answers you want, you gotta be a detective, Talk. We can see the kind of shit that normal people miss. We'll notice what they can't. For now, can you put aside the pain and do the work you need to do?
I mean, he
I
has
think
to.
he's right.
First, let's narrow our focus. It's not about who or how she was murdered. What's more important here is to figure out the answer to the why. Let's consider her connections. We know one of them was to Kawana the handyman. Where that leads is that Soma's gang was after Kawana, and that's why they broke in.
In that case, the clues that we're after here are her personal relationships. There's our lead. Something that shows how a teacher could be connected to a guy like Kawana.
Yeah. Except Kawana's a fake name, just his alias. His real name was Kitakata.
Kitakata?
Soma
What the
gave
hell?
us that.
Damn it, Nate. Also, shouldn't you be working, Nate? Damn it, Nate. You don't need to do this, Nat. You know that. Good morning. How are you? 7 messages already. I have much time, so please come, it's okay.
What the?
You're just... Nate. You're just gonna keep doing that, don't you? Fine, let's do this. There you go.
Here, you never slapped my booty. Oh, yeah. Whoever Anonymous is the fucking goat. That was perfect time.
Perfect clip. Perfect clip. Oh, you're on break? What time do you get off today? Sounds cause of death. I mean...
What the? Uh-huh.
How are you today, Nate?
What do you think, Kaito-san?
Sure.
Oh, that's okay, that's okay.
Think she was stabbed with some
Just
kind of long needle?
gonna keep that in mind,
Nice pick, most
so I know
likely.
who to raid.
Soma was holding one up to her.
I mean, someone used the ice pick on her. She did.
Hey. Blood. Not a lot, though.
Yeah, looks like it.
I think most of the blood will be on Soma. Okay, Nat. I'll see you tonight. And thank you. You didn't need to do the biddies, but thank you. Have fun at work. Kind of yearbook. Bye bye.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Yagami-san, isn't that yearbook from when Sawa-sensei went to Kurokawa Academy? Wouldn't there be photos of people like Yui Mamiya and that bully Kawaii in there?
Oh. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yes, more thinking, Sugura.
Weird that there's so much blood around it. Maybe she was trying to leave us a clue.
What do you want to do? Take a peek inside? You haven't found on to mess with a murder scene, yeah?
If you're gonna look, make it quick. The cops will be here any minute.
There's not enough time to check the whole thing.
Just stick it with us.
I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I'll turn it over to the police later. It's now or never. I won't get another chance to come back to this room.
You're gonna take it? Really? Is that even legal?
Of course not. But fuck it.
Those shady Kurokawa Academy graduates might be connected to Mikoshiba's murder. But we're the only ones with that lead right now.
That is true. The cops don't know shit about that.
Still miss that.
Good point. It's better off with us then. Feel like that's what Sawa-sensei wanted. It's now or never. Sugiura, we'll deal with the cops. You take the yearbook and get out of here.
I have to play the thief?
I mean,
What?
you're used to it.
Isn't that exactly what you fucking did back in Kamurocho?
You gotta bring that up. Fine, I'll do it.
Busted. I mean, they were already inside. That's a problem. There's not a footprint traffic on this
What
side.
the?
Oh shit. I mean, then again. Oh yeah, it would technically go open far enough to cut the chain with a bolt cutter. Huh. Thought it wouldn't. Bolt cutters are fake. No info has been added. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I see. So, Chad, according to you, the guy who killed Sawa-sensei was...
Kazuki Soma. He's the leader of a bunch of thugs in Kamurocho known as RK.
Yeah? Well, great. Case closed.
Then what's your take on the murder scene, Nabe-san?
Tone it down, buddy. Remember who's got the badge here.
I mean, we can whoop your
There are
ass, boy.
footprints of several different men who have been in Sawa-sensei's room. That includes yours, by the way. We'll be analyzing these footprints first. And we'll check any security footage in the surrounding area. We'll ask around for eyewitnesses and narrow down our suspects. And we'll look into RK too, of course. Appreciate your help with that, Detective Yagami.
I just saw the coroner walk in. You saw the body too, right?
Yeah, just to get a rough idea. Her body will be taken in for an autopsy.
Does your rough idea include the cause and time of death?
Cause of death, a single stab from behind into the nape of the neck, with a weapon similar to a knife.
Ooh, he's a
Time,
smarty pants.
we're estimating she's been dead for about 3 hours.
3 hours? That means it must have been right after I saw her on my phone.
Oh, now he remembers
Nabe-san,
that.
the police need to get a warrant for Soma.
We're asking HQ about him as we speak. He's the damn mugshot for a warrant.
Then isn't it time to hit the street, get in some thug faces? Assume any face you don't recognize is from RK.
I get how you feel, man, but pull it together. Actually, I'm curious about that Kuwana fella, too. He's lived in Ijincho forever. Why were Kamurocho thugs after him? And now I hear Kuwana isn't even his real name? He and Sawa-sensei were connected, but how?
I'm looking for those same answers myself.
So you know jack shit about anything important. Then you can go on home. Just make sure we can reach you.
Sure about this, Nabe-san?
Yeah. Assholes like him work better on a loose leash.
Foul-mouthed as fuck. But not bad, Pops.
What now?
Nabe-san, aren't you gonna ask me about Ihara? You know I went to see him in prison.
Oh, that.
You saw the video of Ihara killing Mikoshiba, didn't you? I was coming to talk to Sawa-sensei about it.
Your point?
I think there may have been a link between what happened to Sawa-sensei and Mikoshiba's murder. In which case,
It's a
wouldn't
big
you
link,
want
though.
to pump Ihara for information? Why aren't you jumping on that?
It's
We
not
know from
allowed.
the top that Ihara's off limits. Forever.
Oh, damn.
They said if we want to try to peg him as Mikoshiba's killer, we'd have to completely flip the guilty verdict on his harassment case. Not exactly the kind of shit a beat cop can pull off. Besides, nobody seems to want to investigate the Mikoshiba murder. Not us, not HQ, not even the prosecution.
So cops get to just quit working an investigation because they don't feel like it?
Oh, damn.
If there was even a hope we could close it, every cop here would be all over it. Everyone knows Ihara stinks to high hell. They still won't let us touch the goddamn thing. It's above our pay grade. They bury the case so deep it never sees the light of day.
Yeah, feels like Sawa-sensei's case is about to get the same treatment.
Hey, I told you to watch it, buddy.
Save the dirty looks for your superiors. They're the bastards so desperate to sweep this under the rug.
Hell do you?
Cool it, Sakurai.
Getting under his skin.
I know this is all very sudden. We don't have many details yet. And as you've heard, the police are working to find answers as we speak. Sawa-sensei, well, she got mixed up in some sort of incident. This may attract press to the school, and some of them may even wish to speak to you, but please, do your best to ignore them. Again, we don't have all of the facts, and it's not for all of you to, well...
God damn it, Lil. Not you
None
too.
of you are under any obligation to speak.
Nate
to
did it
Thomas.
already as
Please
well, damn it.
don't. All that I can ask, for now, spare a prayer
What
for
clip will we get from
Sawa-sensei,
you?
please,
Let's
if you
see.
can. Please.
It's from House of Ashes.
Yeah, we've got this tradition in place.
Okay. We better get everyone back to class. Starting with the third years.
Jackie Milk, in here, say the name. Nice. I'm not dying. Nope.
Excuse me, Yagami-san?
That's the ground
If you don't
I'm talking
mind,
about.
Chairman Okuda said he'd like to speak with you if you would be on campus today. It's
Perfect.
about Sawa-sensei.
Yeah, I can do that. Will he be in his office?
Yes. Thank you for everything, sir.
Chairman's office. This is the next floor up, I think. Oh.
Yagami-san,
Oh. Hey.
I still can't believe what happened to Sawa-sensei.
Yeah. I know.
Do you know anything about it?
We know what
I saw the
Blunt
scene
is.
of the crime. I was the first one to find her.
What?
The killer's still on the loose. But I know who it is.
Is there any way I can help? Maybe you could share some details about the case.
Nah, this is really good.
No. Not this time. This one's too dangerous. I'm not gonna get you involved.
But
Just leave Sawa-sensei's case to me. Don't you have your own cases to solve?
Yagami-san. Okay.
Low blow.
Listen, you're a brilliant kid. You can't afford to let this throw you off your game, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. If I let that happen, it'll damage the MRC's credibility.
Exactly. So here's what I'm thinking, Amasawa. Let's just carry on like normal. And please spread the word to the rest of the MRC. That'd help me out a bunch.
Yes, I can do that.
No. Okay, so let's head upstairs. Meow. Oh wait, we have skill points. That's true. We got plenty. Oh my. 40k. Yeah. 80k. That'll have to wait. XP, XP, attack boost. Yeah, abilities. Let's see. Counteracting area of an enemy chokehold. Might be interesting. While running during X boost near an enemy. I'll take this. I'll take this. Low health. Low health. Specials. Let's see. You've unlocked a new skill. Really? Not that special. Mental moment. Boxer snake. Crane. We have 2k. Oh, here. Rising cloud. Attack enemies while getting back from the ground. Yes, please. That wasn't that expensive. Do I have that with Tiger as well? I think so. Oh, regard. Put yourself together after your guard broke, allowing you to. Yes, thank you. Hello. Alright, let's do this.
Enter. Thank you for coming.
Sure. No problem.
Have a seat if you would.
If you would.
In that detective's report, Sawa-sensei was... Well, it said you were the one who found her body.
That's right.
You had been concerned for Sawa-sensei's safety before the incident. You're able to see things I can't. You have something of a gift for that, Yakime-san.
I mean, we are a detective after all.
I wish I could agree with that. But I'm overlooking details. I'm letting too much slip away. And quite frankly, there's still a lot that I haven't figured out yet either.
Like what? May I have an example?
Or maybe it would
There's
help
this local
before.
handyman. Kawana is the name he goes by in the city. Right before it happened, I ran into him in front of Sawa-sensei's apartment. There's no way it was a coincidence.
Yeah, definitely no.
You think he could be the culprit?
Nah, not the culprit. We know who it
I
is,
don't
but
think
like,
so.
what is his
Not
link
really.
to this entire mess?
That said, Kawana has something to do with all this. Sawa-sensei may have gotten caught up in his mess. In fact, Kawana is just an alias he uses, and he's being hunted by these thugs from Kamurocho. They're a gang called RK, and it's weird, but they've been looking for this punk named Kawai. And Kawai's connected to it too. Sawa-sensei went to the same school as him
What
13
if?
years ago.
Wow, these
What
details are
if? We
flying
do not
so
know
far.
when
Your investigation
Kuwama
has gone well
came to
beyond what I can
Ichijo.
comprehend, and it's left me in the
What
dust.
if he's Kawai?
But I just can't do this anymore. Between my own faculty and the press, I'm being bombarded. I'm afraid it's just too much for me to bear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But you know what? What's been the hardest part is feeling so powerless as all these young people have their lives cut short. Because Shibukun being discovered dead,
Ehara-san committing murder on video. And now poor Sawa-sensei's tragedy too. I can't help but feel in my heart that these incidents are related. That somewhere below the surface, all these misfortunes are connected to the same root.
I would have to agree.
What is that root?
And I suppose it's only a matter of digging down deep enough. Though I couldn't begin to imagine how much soil would have to be turned to uproot it. But one thing, Yagami-san, if you would, could I ask that you continue to keep digging until you get to the bottom?
Of course we will keep digging. It's our job after all. We got this.
Sawa-sensei deserves to have her chance at justice. A wonderful teacher like her. Why? She had a whole future to look forward to, the poor woman. And now this happens. It's just not right.
As it stands, I still need to collect more evidence. So you know, I can't make any promises just yet. I could hit a dead end. But no matter what anyone does, no matter who tries to stop me, I'm gonna keep digging.
That's the spirit, Yagami.
You're a saint. These past few days have felt like a never-ending nightmare. What a breath of fresh air. And I appreciate the good news.
Of course. I'm glad we could talk, Chairman.
And now, Sawa-sensei's old class is going to be my next worry. I'm sure you're well aware that that class has some students with a penchant for causing trouble.
I mean, we could take
I
over.
fear that with her gone, we may need to prevent a relapse for those bullies you stopped.
Are you referring to Koda-san then? I understand. While I'm working on campus, I'll keep an eye on them.
Yo, let's go. Class 2-2. Okay, so basically second floor, second classroom. That's third floor, third floor, second floor. Oh, someone's waiting for us. Or not. It's this one. 2-2.
Yagami-san, what do you want?
You know, things have been really weird around here ever since you showed up. First,
Do I
they
need to
find
whoop
Miko
your asses
Shiba-sensei's
again?
body. Now Sawa-sensei winds up getting murdered. You the angel of death or something? Is that it?
I wouldn't blame you for thinking that.
Everyone's so damn gloomy. Sucks. Sawa-sensei was popular with all the boys. But her classes were super easy, and honestly pretty boring. You won't catch me moping around crying about it like all these losers. Ha ha! Hypocrites. You assholes were practically celebrating what happened to Miko Shiba-sensei.
Hey, we've heard enough out of you.
Yeah? Fuck off, you little twerp!
Bitch slap, bitch slap,
What do
bitch
you
slap.
want, Koda?
Ooh.
Yagami-san, well, we're fine. There's a lot we don't understand, so we just feel a bit vulnerable right now. But, well, if you learn more about Sawa-sensei, could you please keep us in the loop too?
Oh, please, bitch! What's with this goody two-shoes bullshit?
Fucking chill, Akane. What's your problem?
Yeah, what is her
Like
problem?
I said before, I'm a detective, and I'm looking into Hiro Mikoshiba's murder. That's why I was talking to Sawa-sensei. It's highly likely she got wrapped up in that case. So make no mistake, I'm going to find the truth about what happened to them both.
kinda pointless. The internet's already branded Mikoshiba-sensei as the villain in all this. Everyone says he had it coming since he used to be a bully himself.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, if you're interested in hearing my report, just drop me a line. Maybe seeing my work might put things into perspective for you.
Detective my ass. Just get out of my face!
So, about Akane. She was really into Mikoshiba.
Yeah, like
Sensei.
no shit.
They got along great, chatted all the time. Then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. She thought they had a connection, but turns out it was only one way. Now she's always so pissed off. Keeps driving herself over the edge because she can't even reach the brakes. I'm not saying all this because I expect you to forgive us.
The fact that you recognize you did some awful things is a step in the right direction, at least.
I'm sorry, Koda. For everything we did to you.
You can't expect her to ever forgive you. If anything, expect that she never will.
I know.
You can only try.
That said, good job apologizing.
I mean, it's usually the first step anyway, so... He did good. He did good. Okay, but, so... I have a feeling Akana might be... What if Akana is in with this mess? And we messed up, but still. Seeing how she is acting and stuff. I don't know. I just find it suspicious, huh? Serious ailments, that's new. No, it's not. Basically, we already had serious ailments in the first one. I mean, basically, we had one serious ailment, okay? Okay, back to Yokohama we go. Fight. Yeah. Surprise, boy. Great. Hello.
What a waste.
Just walking by, don't mind me. Just walking. Ow. Ooh, purple boy.
Go!
Ah, we missed. Squishy.
Really, guys?
wonder what those pens are for, actually. Go down. Or go home. Tap tap boy.
Stay down.
There are new skills, yeah.
Hey, welcome back, Tak.
Good to see you, Yagamishi. How'd things go at school?
The chairman told the entire student body about Sawa-sensei at an assembly. Everyone's pretty shaken up.
Yeah. I can't even imagine.
Money, money, money. And you have any more? Yes. There you go. There's not a lot of side missions, well, side cases per se from the agencies, but there is a lot to do because you do have all the school stuff actually, so it does balance it out a bit.
Oh. I see.
Yagamishi.
Nope.
Well...
It's just side quests, okay. Doesn't really matter.
We've been waiting for you, Yagamishi.
Yagamishi!
Let's plan our next moves. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
While in a meeting yesterday, Sawa-sensei received a call that her apartment was broken into, prompting her to go home. Judging from the events that followed, RK must have called her using the apartment manager's name. And that's how they got to Sawa-sensei.
But RK wasn't after Sawa-sensei. They were actually after Kuwano, weren't they?
Yeah. Akutsu and Soma both said so. I think Sawa-sensei was used to lure Kuwana out.
Why would Sawa-sensei be bait to draw out Kuwana? How the hell are those two
Relationship,
connected?
perhaps?
That too, but why is RK even after Kuwana-san? Thugs from Kamurocho want a handyman in Ichincho?
Right. There's still a lot we don't know.
Yeah.
We need to find Kuwana before RK does and get some answers out of him. Kuwana isn't even his real name. Apparently it's Kitakata. RK didn't seem to be familiar with the name Kuwana. Truth is, we don't know anything about Kuwana. All we know is that he's a handyman in
We don't know
Ichincho.
jack shit about
I haven't been able to contact Kuwana-san since yesterday, but I left a message asking him to reply.
Where's the office for his handyman business?
He ran his whole operation from a cell phone. Not even his business card lists an address. Oh yeah, Kaito-san. Didn't you call up all the places we went drinking? Did you find out where he lives?
Yep, just found out.
Oh, really?
Looks like Kuwana lives in some kind of prefab shack off West Central Street. This sounds like pretty shitty conditions for a guy charging up the ass for his time.
Well, if we know that much, we might as well go take a look.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Oh, really, Kaido-san?
Tsukumo, we'll talk more later.
You never slow down, Yagamishi.
I mean, we are on a time limit, Tsukumo. So naturally, we don't sit still. Come on. Money, money, money. I love that cat. Fuck yeah. That cat be giving us money the more we walk. Well, the more distance we travel, actually. Which is why we will not use a cat for anything Unless needed. Unless it's outside of the map, that's a different story.
Slow down!
Slow down. Fuck you, Kaido. Catch up. Dude, that's a very rundown shack, though. Nice
Is
cars.
this Kawana's place?
Yeah, think so.
Guess it's kind of fitting for an unlicensed handyman.
I'm gonna take this. Another worm, really? Then again, what did I expect?
Huh?
I'm sure this isn't even
What is
his.
it?
The door's been forced open. Maybe with a crowbar or something.
If anyone was in here before us, it had to have been RK. Aside from us, they're the only ones after him.
All of this is way too suspicious. I don't trust any of this. Ooh, damn, that does too.
That means they're already a few steps ahead of us.
RK's got the numbers behind him. We can't beat him to the punch every time.
I don't think Kawana's been back since last night. He probably caught on that he's a wanted man. He might not even be in Ijincho anymore.
Nah, he's still in
Then
there.
what do we do here?
His real name's supposedly Kitakata. I want to know who he really is and why he used a fake name. That'll make his connection to Sawa-sensei clearer.
So you want to find clues that point to his true identity? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Kaito-san. What the? Leftovers from a ramen cup. Would it have killed him to clean up a bit? I'm starting to think this place was a dump even before it got ransacked.
From the looks of it, yeah, pretty much.
Suspicious. Cigarettes. Are these Kawana's?
I don't think so. Pretty sure he's been vaping. But maybe he craved the real deal every now and then.
Yeah, people do smoke both, depending on the situation. Hey, what the?
They made one hell of a mess in here. Bet they had no clue what they were doing. Looks like they just wanted to trash the place.
Yep, pretty much screams RK. Nothing more than a bunch of punks. Suspicious. What the? An ashtray. Huh. That's weird.
What?
With all the gross garbage in here, this ashtray is oddly empty.
Yeah.
So?
Suspicious. Suspicious.
I mean, yeah, it's clean and all, but so what? Could just be freshly empty.
Except it hasn't been washed, or even used in a while. See the layer of dust on it?
Okay, and? You think a dusty ashtray is gonna get us Kawana's identity?
Maybe. Or maybe it's nothing.
I mean, it is fucking suspicious. Like, I mean, bag of cigarettes while he's also vaping, but yet the ashtray is not used.
Yo, hold up, Todd. We don't have enough on Kawana to go after him.
I feel like I checked everything worth looking at.
Well, maybe there's more to something you looked at already. Besides, where else are we gonna find dirt on Kawana if we leave?
Hey, suspicious. Is this a computer power cable? There's a mouse here, too.
There was a laptop here. RK must have taken it. There's probably a treasure trove of info on it.
And RK's got anything of value out of this place already.
Come on, don't be emo.
has to be the ashtray.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I cannot do anything with the ashtray anymore. Huh.
Suspicious. Suspicious.
But why did Kaito say it's something we already investigated?
What the? These cigarette Kawani.
What are you?
I don't think.
Then why?
See?
Oh, I see.
Suspicious. Hey, look at this lighter.
What now? What?
Oh, damn.
USB memory stick disguised as a lighter.
That's a smart idea, actually.
The jackpot or what? That has to be important if Kuwano was hiding it like this.
What matters is the data on it. We'd be able to check it now if we had a computer.
Then why don't we head back to Tsukumo's?
I think we've seen everything, so let's go. Pardon.
Oh, it got dark. Huh? What's the matter, Tak?
Looks like a meet and greet.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, shit, I missed. Oh, hello.
Think they're arcades?
Well, they're the only ones looking for Kuwano other than us, right?
I'm pretty sure they're
Soma
arcade.
or Akutsu, though. Who sent the fucking B team?
Probably for the best. Soma was here, I don't think I can stay cool.
I mean, losing your cool Yagami, that's not gonna help us in the case.
Which one of you is gonna talk? Where are Soma and Akutsu?
There's no point talking to a dead man.
Uh-huh. Well, if that's how you're gonna play it, then we're not holding back either.
Damn, dude. Like, how much stamina does Yagami even have? Like, he's been beaten so much near to death with all the Toujin before. It's not like one night before this. Nope. Ow? Person? Ow? Let's switch it up. Oh damn, son! I'ma go knock knock on your door. Da.
Where are Soma and Akutsu? I want to talk to them.
We can't contact them. I swear. They're the ones who contact us. It's always been like that.
Figured as much.
Ooh, Kaido.
Most of the arcade crew are just chumps.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
technically,
bet even
Kaido
Soma's
can't
just another piece of the board,
contact
taking orders from the real mastermind. Thugs don't work gigs that don't pay. Yet they came to Ijincho, outside their turf, to commit murder.
That's true. Sounds like someone's funding them. Must be some generous perks.
Definitely. Otherwise, Soma and the others wouldn't be causing so much chaos over here.
Then, who's the one pulling RK's strings?
I don't know who it is, but I know what he's trying to do.
Which is?
Catch Kuwana. RK's just following orders. Sawa-sensei was probably collateral damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Shit. I swear I'm gonna drag this bastard out on his
what
ass.
if it's Soma?
If we keep looking for Kuwana,
Doing
we'll run
all
into
of
the one
this.
behind this all eventually. And this could be our first clue.
Then we'd better get back to Tsukumo's.
Because we don't know shit about Soma either.
What's going on out here? Are you friends of Kuwana-san's?
Yeah, we are.
And those gentlemen on the ground?
And those gentlemen on the ground?
Those guys. Oh, yeah, they're just wasted. Little nap and they'll head right on home.
Ah, I see. Well, that's just fine.
Excuse me, but you know Kuwana, don't you?
Will they take
Sure.
legit any bluff?
I mean,
Come on.
he's lived next door for the last 10 years. He's a handyman. Anytime we were short-handed, he'd come by and help us out. We pay him with our daily special.
Oh.
I haven't heard from Kuwana since last night. Do you happen to know any places he visits often?
Let's see. He has an uncle that took him in when he first came to Yokohama. Called him a distant relative or something. He's an ex-Yakuza running a bar since he got out of the game. Apparently, his uncle is how he started getting gigs around town.
What did Kuwana do before he became a handyman?
Beats me. Maybe some kind of corporate job? I don't think I've ever asked.
Where can we find Kuwana's uncle's bar?
Oh, the bar's called Siren. It's over in Chinatown. I've been there 2 or 3 times myself. The owner was a real nice guy. Hard to tell he was ever a Yakuza.
Then we better get over there too. Can't afford to fall behind RK again. Let's hurry.
Thanks for everything. And sorry for bothering.
Oh, don't mention it.
Gotta say, they are very loose-lipped. Getting out that much info already? Ho 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 ho. Seeing as how casual they are about that fact, I mean... Ooh, wait, what's this? Oh no, wait, that's an entrance or something. I see. Ooh, come on, boy. Come on, boy. Let's fight. Knock, knock, boy.
And stay down.
Thank you. You do need to find an eating joint, though. Ooh. Oh, see an eating joint. Here we go. I haven't been to this one, I think.
いらっしゃいませ.
No, we haven't. Oh wait, yeah, we did. This. Pancake. It's a pancake.
Starving. Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました.
Alright, let's go.
Ditching me?
Are you dishing me? Dude, come on, catch up. No, you're the muscle, but come on. Hey, boys. Bada bing, bada boo.
Let's hit it.
So there should be... I mean, we can just go through here, right? Hansa. Just keep up, Kaido, seriously. None of us would have had better stamina, that would be you at least, come on.
Wish you had.
Here we go.
Thank you, Kaido. Thank you for the assist. Yeet. Ah, I missed, damn it.
And stay down.
Kaido, get your foot off him, damn it.
Siren. This is it, Tak. This is the bar Kuwana's relative runs.
Oops, our thingy was open. There we go.
Hello? Anybody here?
Seems like somebody already trashed this place. How lovely.
This place empty too?
It's definitely messy in here, but it wasn't exactly ransacked.
Yeah, more like someone had to skip town in a hurry.
Did the owner already make a break for it then?
Be smart if he did. What with Arke about to come hunt down Kuwana and all.
Yeah, this is fishy though.
What is it?
Tsukuma? I mean, we didn't even examine the bar. Oh, it's that phone that's going off. I see.
The name of this
Makes
place
sense.
was Siren, wasn't it?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh no. Soma.
Hi. You've reached Siren?
Damn,
Soma.
Kaido.
That was well played. How silly of me. This pretty little thing is for women.
Oh, dude.
Have I told you
no.
what RK stands for yet? It's Red Knife. Son of a...
Soma!
The owner must have smelled trouble coming. He took off before I could find him.
Tell me.
Why did you Yagami, stay cool, boy. Stay cool.
I'm afraid she knew too much. And that's all.
That's all?
You're in the same boat. We can't afford to ignore you anymore.
And you already made a mistake. You didn't kill me when you could have.
I'll own up to that. Akutsu wasn't equipped to handle the task.
Well then, now you pay the price for it.
Will I?
Ooh.
Kaito's down and you're by yourself. Should be easy.
Really? Don't think we go down that easy, boy. Might be tortured and shit, but nah. Oh dear. I gotta say, that was a goodly timed punch. If he missed that one... I'm gonna grab something real quickly. Boost grip, nah. Abilities maybe? Let's see. Let's see some of the smaller ones. Decreases or okay, that's an interesting move. Hey, we have still more? Really? Oh, I mean this is there we go.
Let's play right.
No, you don't. Hello? Oh, we missed. Okay, so Tiger Sense will be perfect for him then.
I'm right here.
Nope, that's exactly what. Ow. Hello. Ooh. If he attacked sooner, I would have been dead. For calling us out like that, it isn't easy to deal with. Ow.
Well, you're scrappy, aren't you?
Scrappy dabby doo.
Maybe I should have prioritized stabbing you over Kaito.
Nah, I kinda would've just whooped your ass fast.
You're kind of struggling to stand, aren't you? Give it a second. That kick went to your temple. I'm sure your head is spinning. Trying to rush it will only make it worse. Incidentally, Sawa-sensei didn't suffer long like you will.
What the hell?
Oh, dang it.
Whoever that is has terrible timing.
Very terrible timing, indeed.
What the hell are you doing in my bar?
Hello? Is this the owner?
Yes. Kuwana-kun warned me you'd show up. I decided I'd get out of there before you did. Don't expect that I'll ever come back either.
All I wanted with Kuwana-san was to have a little chat. No need to go running for your lives now.
Spare me the lies. I already know you broke into a young woman's home and killed her. Come on. You wouldn't even hesitate on an old man in his 70s. Pass the phone to Yagami-san, please.
Oh,
Otherwise,
damn.
I'm calling the cops over there.
What could you possibly want with him?
Quit stalling and give him the phone. Unless you'd rather I push a button and call the cops. I'm done talking to you.
Ooh.
The owner of the bar would like a word with you.
Sorry, but this'll have to wait. Can you get an ambulance over to your bar right away? My partner took a knife to his abdomen.
What?
Please, you have to hurry.
Oh, damn, son. For knowing so much about what was happening in his bar, he clearly didn't know shit what was happening to Kaito then. Peculiar. Very peculiar.
Hello?
Your partner is in good hands now. Just as you asked. I'm watching you as we speak. Oh, and don't bother looking for me. I won't be meeting you there. Instead, there's a karaoke bar called Survive. Heard of it? You'll find it in the entertainment district along the river. Safest bar in town.
I only showed up at your bar so I could ask you about Kuwana. Does this mean you want something in return?
We'll get that sorted out. If you promise to meet me alone.
I mean, it makes sense.
No, I won't be in Survive for long. If you don't make it in 10 minutes, you'll never hear from me again.
That's one way to motivate someone.
Clock's ticking, by the way.
So, Survive in the entertainment district?
Correct.
See you soon.
It better be.
Apologies for the wait. Let's go.
So he was keeping an eye on us. Chapter 9. I think there's like 13 chapters or something. Ah, cut down. Why did I press OBS? Fucking hell.
Kuwana is pursued by RK, the crime ring running Kamurocho. Determined to prevent any more deaths, Yagami searches high and low for the handyman, but the search leads to a maze of dead ends. As the situation becomes dire, a lifeline appears at the other end of a phone. The caller offers a lead, one that expires too quick for comfort.
I mean, not really. We can get there in time. Chapter 9. The Weight of Guilt.
I only showed up at your bar so I could ask you about Kuwana. Does this mean you want something in return?
We'll get that sorted out. If you promise to meet me alone. No, I won't be at Survive for long. If you don't make it in 10 minutes, you'll never hear from me again.
Alright, time to go. Let's use the board. Ah, crap. Don't have time for fighting. 8. Time for you. You're bored. We're faster. Wait, there you go. I found for you real quickly. There we go. Man.
What a waste.
Is this one? Is this one? Are we on time though? That's the question. Pretty empty.
Yagami-san, glad you could make it.
You the owner of Siren?
Yeah. Let's take this to the bar. Follow me.
He doesn't look so sus.
So, I hear you're a Kamurocho detective.
Yeah, and you're a distant relative of Kawana's. Can I ask your name?
No need. This will be the only time we meet. But to Kawana-kun, I guess you'd call me his uncle-in-law. Everyone's got a dumbass uncle in the family. And that's me. After all, I'm ex-Yakuza.
Based in Yokohama?
Yeah, the Seiryu clan.
Oh, damn.
After I got out, I looked after the shop for 20 years. Till today.
You mean Siren, right? What'll happen to it once you skip town?
Well, someone will take over, probably.
Fair enough.
Guess you detective types can't help but ask questions.
So you two are related. I noticed you didn't mention Kawana being an alias.
Oh. Done your homework, I see.
Maybe it's his last name.
His real name's Kitakata. At least that's what the Kamurocho thugs called him.
You're trying to see if I'll give up his name. That's not why I'm here.
Ooh, okay.
Why did you call me exactly?
Well, you see, Kawana-kun wanted me to stop by his office and grab something for him.
But it wasn't there anymore, huh?
A pack of cigarettes with a lighter inside. It was gone by the time I got there.
Don't you mean a USB stick made to look like a lighter? Let's not beat around the bush here.
We knew.
See,
I figured you'd grabbed it.
So of all things, Kawana wanted you to pick this up?
Yes. And he prefers to keep that content private. So, if you could just...
No, fuck that shit. That content is ours now.
Now I'm curious. Care to tell me what's on here?
Would you hand it over if I did?
Maybe.
No.
Can't you tell Kawana-kun's backed into a corner here? Asking an old man for help was his only choice.
I mean, not really. Asking old
I couldn't take that
Yakuza
from you if I wanted to.
No, that's not getting
All I
back
can
and
do is appeal to your sense of decency.
Well, I gotta say, that's more persuasive than threats ever would be. But if you really want me to give this up, at least let me see Kawana.
I'd consider that, but he's already long gone. He was ready to cut out at the drop of a hat.
If that's the case, unfortunately, I'll need to hold on to this. A high school teacher was killed by the thugs that went after Kawana. Her name was Yoko Sawa, a young woman dedicated to her career. I'd met her while investigating the murder of a student teacher. But while trying to get her side of the story, I ended up running into Kawana outside her apartment. Do you know anything about this woman?
I don't.
You're really drawing a blank? You don't know anything about criminals coming all the way from Kamurocho just to get at Kawana?
Something's up.
Do you at least know how they're connected to Sawa-sensei?
Again, that's a negative.
He has to know something.
This flash drive's my only concrete lead. If it's so important to Kawana, he should have come himself, rather than send a middleman.
Sorry, dude.
Don't be so hard on him. I'm the one who taught him all his tricks.
Are you saying Kawana's ex-Yakuza too?
Nah. He was just your average civvy before all this. But, circumstances as they were, he had no choice but to go underground. That's when he came to Ijincho, and I took him under my wing. I'm the one who suggested the handyman thing. But he took to the underground with real gusto.
What do you mean, gusto?
I'm not just talking him up. He had good reasons for diving headlong into the shadows.
Good reasons? Care to give me one or two?
Because he had an accident.
You'll understand once you see what's on the lighter. Both Kawana-kun's past and his purpose.
This shit's getting interesting.
That takes care of everything I have to say.
Thank you, sir.
Not sure it's such a good idea for me to just let you leave.
Thinking about stopping me wouldn't be wise. This joint doesn't take kindly to that behavior.
That's why this is the safest place in Ijincho, huh?
Yep. And I'm glad your face is the last one I'll see in this city.
Wait. We need food, I think. A little bit. Cold noodle. Why? Why cold noodle? Why? I'm not asking questions.
Starving. Now we're talking. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
Oh, drunk curry? Ooh, drunk level 6. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta make a ultra liquor, dude. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the ass to run out. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Nah, running's not gonna happen. No. Yagami? No. We're gonna walk. You're not gonna... Damn it. Hit anything. Oh, he drunk as fuck. Oh, this way. so fucking drunk. Come on. Rank 5. I mean, 5 should work-ish. It is a bit doable.
Go!
5 is slightly doable. I guess.
Yagami.
Yo?
Oh, great.
Oh, no, not
it's
him
Claw
again.
Guy. You went with
It's
the
Claw Guy.
They say you brought your little posse from Tokyo. You couldn't trust an outsider.
Posse? Wait, don't tell me you think I'm RK. They're not even close to...
Oh, dude, come on. You already whooped your ass.
Hey, Tesso, you got this all wrong.
Ah, fine, let's whoop his ass. Oh shit, we're still drunk as hell.
Let's wait.
That's 1 and 2. Okay, just you and me, Tesso. Let's go. Squish.
Here we go.
Ooh, that was close. That's tricky. Nope, counter you. Uh-oh. He did.
Let's wait, right?
Let's finish this quick, right? Hello? Hell yeah, boy.
Damn it.
Come on, man. Who paid you to jump me this time?
These Kamurocho douchebags show up, strutting around like they own our city.
Hey,
Then
Moss.
Teacher chick gets killed after
That's been a
break-in.
while. Sorry I haven't been around the stream.
Someone let him into Ijincho.
Let's shout
right?
you out and let's see what
Right?
clip we get.
Look, I can see why you're pissed. You figured coming after me was the answer?
Figured I could at least try beating a few out of you. Not just because I hate my style.
You've got to appreciate that not everyone plays by gang rules, man.
What I don't appreciate is Kamurocho trash. Now, why are they here, Yagami?
I'd like to find that out myself.
Don't clip that.
I'm not your enemy. I was first on the scene of that murder. I knew the woman personally. The culprit is RK's leader, a guy named Selma.
You don't need to shoot. Yeah, you do shoot. You're a badass, dude. You're amazing.
And why's the rest of his crew here with him?
But how have you been?
A lot of muscle just behind one lady.
I did read it in your
They're
Discord.
after a local handyman.
Not been doing that good.
You know him?
Yeah, matter of fact.
Yeah, it is funny. It is funny.
Why they want him so bad?
But how you been? I did read it in the Discord that you
Which is
were
why they're
unwell.
still after me. Not to mention they stabbed my partner.
How have you been?
So the more you get in our way, the slower this'll go.
Gotcha.
You understand that?
How's about I make you the deal of a lifetime? So
money?
long as RK's messing around in my city. I don't mind calling you a brother.
Oh, damn.
Really? Just like that?
Sure, but I get to be Aniki, of course.
You really think this is selling it?
What you're missing here is the Liumong never target a brother.
Ooh.
So now, if anyone lays a finger on you, the Liumong's taking their head. Same rule for all the ladies here in Ijincho. Anyone gets fresh, they become fresh meat. You with me on that, brother?
Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Besides, making you a brother is the only way we save face from getting our
shit.
asses handed to us.
Sorry to hear that, Moss.
Now the truth comes out.
Hey, if you have
Anyway,
any,
let me know
need
if
to
you
talk
get
about
any
it.
intel on
I mean,
RK.
there's probably better people
Especially where that
around that you
chicken
do
shit
know
Soma
better.
might be.
But no, if you
Just
ever
shoot
need
me
to
a
talk,
location and it's
you're always
done.
free to hit me up.
We'll give that teacher her piece. Like torturing.
You might not be relatives and stuff, but we are content creators and we are one big fam after all. This is chapter 9, I think. So, as far as I know, there are 13 chapters, so we are very far in this. I would say don't buy it just yet. That would be my opinion. He stopped playing at Freedom. But yeah, but you had stuff going on, so I mean, you'll get back into it. You'll get back into it. There's a lot to this game, a whole lot.
I was just thinking of calling you, Yagamishi.
But regarding Guardians of the Galaxy, I would say wait before you buy it.
Is that true, Yagami-san?
Basically,
what the hell happened?
Look, I promise.
I don't know if the
I'll fill you in,
reviews
but
are
right
out
now
actually. I
really
didn't
need
even know it was
Suzuma's help.
out today.
What?
I found a USB drive at Kawana's
But
hideout. It was disguised.
I don't
to
know.
look like a
I
light.
have the feeling they will
We
go the
have to know
same
what's on
route as they did with Marvel, with the Avengers.
So,
And
Kaito-san was attacked by
even
that
though it's a
Soma
single
guy,
player
too.
game, you can only play with
while we were chasing
Star-Lord,
Kawana, Soma popped up and got her
which
right
is
in
a
the gut.
bit annoying
Almost got me
seeing
too, to
what
be honest.
cast they have to
You're
play.
saying one guy almost single-handedly
So
took down
it's
the
a
Yagami
very
detective
big
agency?
mixed bag, personally
true.
for me.
And right after, I got a call.
So I
from
would say
Kawana's
if you
purported
do want like
manager who wanted
reviews
me
and
to
stuff,
hand over the flash.
let me check if
Apparently, what's on it will
Gaming
tell
Bolt
us
has
Kawana's true
theirs
identity
out.
and goal.
Because
When
if
I
I
open it, all I see is
Because
one
if I
data
need
file.
info about a game that's
What?
coming out
It's
or
a
just
video.
came out, I
I'll
usually
hit
have
play
my
once you guys are all
go-to
ready.
channel, which is always like a neutral
What's
channel.
on there? Can't take the suspense.
Guardian of the oh, come on. I cannot type today. Galaxy game. Yeah, review. It's already out apparently. Let's see. Do they? Yeah, they have no details. Then details. We do have Angry Review from Angry Joe. Not that he's a bad channel, but yeah, no. Let's see. I don't think Gaming Bolt has one out yet. But did it came out today or what? 'Cause oh no, wait here, no, 10 things. 20 minutes play Guardian, hands-on preview. This one's from 3 weeks ago. Coupling computing. He was good in the beginning. I do like it was funny back then. I mean, Gaming Bolt doesn't have one out at the moment. So what I am gonna share is the top 10 things you need to know regarding Guardians of the Galaxies from Gaming Bolt. Because Gaming Bolt usually has like this video. I think I can check this out with another game. Maybe House of Ashes. Review Gaming Bolt. No, it's not this. So basically, yeah. So there are two ones. One is game ranks before you buy. Then the other one is ACG, buy, wait for sale, or never touch. So those two are basically very neutral review types that they do. Those are my two main go-tos, pretty much. I will post both of them. I'll just take the two ones that I have on my screen. Those are from Ghost of Tsushima, but you know, I'll just post these two so you know which channels they are. Paste. It's only been a day. Oh, because you deactivated your socials. I mean, did you deactivate YouTube? Because basically you can just watch it. But they don't have a review out for Guardians just yet, I think. But at least this way you have two more channels actually that have a neutral review standpoint. There you go. But I'm gonna check now because I'm curious if it's already out for me as well. Because I think for me it's just gonna release tomorrow and not today. PS5. Let's see. Because I know Maiden of Blackwater is coming out in 2 days for me. Endwalker. Oh yeah, it is out. No, wait, it's still on pre-order for me. Oh, maybe it's early access with the Thingamajiggy. Hey, Dante. Oh yeah, it's releasing tomorrow. I see. So basically what I would say, Maz, check out those two channels tomorrow, because tomorrow it will be releasing for me. Full on save mode. Back 4 Blood. I played a little bit already from it. That by the out I have been playing with Natalie, who I will give a shouty out, but she is working. Which clip do we get this time?
Come on, Mitsuru. Quit being a little bitch.
Yeah, laughter.
Do it over again, okay?
COTs I do have on my PC and on my Xbox as well. Plus San Andreas Definitive Edition. Ooh, that is true. They're making the old GTA games again. It's available, and digestion was hurting me too much. Aww. Hope you're feeling better, Dante. Man, I'd like to buy the bundle and OS. Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know. I don't think I'll buy them. Like, it looks good and everything. Like, I do kind of want to spend my time on it. But there's so much pre-orders that I still have running at the moment. Like, I have Maiden of Blackwater coming out. House of Ashes we did yesterday, so I'm gonna keep that up because I do want to play it again. But we played it yesterday with Lil. We beat it in one setting as our yearly thing to do. Beat it in 5 hours. Then I have Final Fantasy Endwalker coming out in November, and I have Call of Duty Vanguard coming out. Plus in is it 2 weeks? Or is it 1 week? It's 1 week. Next week I actually have a convention to go to as well, so that's also a thing. I'll probably be pre-ordering stuff and stuff, so Still have a lot to do. Oh, dude, a sealed copy at that? You should have checked like what the collectors want for it, dude. Like that would have been so expensive. Gonna hop into Fallout. Have fun with that, Dante. Nate will be done at 4 p.m. She'll have to do stuff, then she'll stream. So tonight I'll probably, I don't know what I'll pop into.
Kusumoto stripping?
Yeah, he was Sawa-sensei's classmate. 13 years ago, he jumped off the roof of Kurakawa Academy.
He's Reiko Kusumoto's son, right?
That's true, why not? Why not?
30 years old and still in a coma.
I mean, Sega is thinking of redoing the entire, the older Fatal Frame games as well. So.
And it was on Kuwana-san's secret.
That's a good thing, because those games are bloody pricey as hell.
His uncle said
because they're so good. So I'm actually glad that they are thinking of bringing back the older Fatal Frame games, or Project Zero, depending on region of naming.
This frame gives us a good look at the key players' faces.
Because that shit's gonna be
what we
lit
can from it
when it comes out this week.
Let's dig in.
Fun fact is, next Monday I actually have a holiday. Then Friday I have a vacation day because I'm prepping for my convention during Saturday. And then the week after I have Friday and Thursday free. So I have pretty much every single week a day off. So allow me to revisit a lot of so many physics stream industries. Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. Like the X series, like even for me, I think the main reason I bought the X series is because I wanted to play Conquer, Live and Reloaded again.
No one helped him, even with everything he was going through.
Like that was my sole reason to buying that. Like
nobody working at the
it's a game I grew up with as well, and it's a game I still love to
looks after her son on her own now. I don't know all the details though.
Hey, crazy theory, but what if this husband she left was actually Kuwana-san? And maybe he recorded this to secretly check on his son.
No, Kuwana doesn't look like he could have a 30-year-old kid.
It's your very first Xbox? I actually, well, gaming-wise, so I pretty much grew up with,
recording the bullying on her cell phone.
If I remember correctly, I think we had an Atari, we also had a Sega Master System,
so it all comes
and something
back
else.
To her, huh?
Right. The Suzuki girl has
then I got a
now.
Game Boy Color. At that point, we had a PlayStation 2 and Xbox, but the Xbox was mine. That was the very first console I had, besides Game Boy. Reiko? No, not Yui. Wait, maybe Yui?
Yui Mamiya, the victim in the Ahara harassment case. Suzuki was her last name before getting married. Sawa-sensei also told me that Mitsuru Kusumoto and Mamiya were classmates 13 years ago.
Yep. So we're looking at Yui Mamiya in high school.
Mamiya-san, huh? What's she like?
Super Sega Mega.
Originally, word got around that Shinya Kawai.
I mean, I remember that the Master
After watching
System
this, though,
pretty much
the truth of the matter doesn't
because the fact that my entire family pretty much played Sonic Spinball back in the day.
Yui Mamiya was one of
They
them.
all took turns playing it. Like
if this video got leaked,
it was
Mamiya and the other students in it would be in deep shit. They're living out their lives like nothing happened, despite being the ones who drove a kid into a coma. If word got out, they'd be crucified by the public. Their jobs, their families, their lives would all change for the worse.
Yeah, I still have a lot of consoles actually, to be honest.
Hey.
I mean, what do we have laying around at the moment? We have a Wii U, we have a Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Xbox 360. I think I have my original Xbox still somewhere. PC, laptop, Nintendo 3DS, the Switch. I mean, we got a bunch of shit. So.
If I'm not mistaken, Shinya Kawai was the bully whose name got out to the public.
And I'm hoping to actually find another console on the convention, actually.
I have no doubt the guy in the picture they showed me is the same guy in this video.
I think it was 3 years ago before I actually got this Nintendo 64
came
from
here to
the market.
Ijincho, hunting down Kuwana.
There was actually a mint, well, not a mint, but like, you know, you saw that the box was a bit damaged and stuff. They had still an N64 up there, but I was already covered with like statues and all other shit.
I don't know him either.
So I didn't buy it back then.
I think I remember him.
But I'm glad I eventually did get.
I saw him at the crime scene where Mikoshiba's body was. He was with more Kurokawa grads.
Just thinking what there will be to
detective.
invest in on the convention this year.
That gives us an interesting
Probably do the
perspective,
same as I
doesn't it?
usually do, just
all the people in this bullying video
assist
seem
small-time
to keep popping
artists
up
and
around
stuff, pretty
arcades.
much.
Yeah.
The
real question is,
come
why
out
was
of there
Kuwana
with like a lot
video?
of drawings, so it's fun. Especially with one specific person. I think I still have a shout out for her. Shine artist. I think it's still that name, I think. I hope it is at least. Yeah, it is. So she's basically a Yu-Gi-Oh artist, drawing Yu-Gi-Oh style stuff. She's very badass. Like, yeah, she's amazing. Like, for real. She even sits at the conventions, you know, with all her stuff or merchandise. So I think the last convention before COVID was, I actually think I spent like roughly 230 actually on the merchandise. Meadow, Zero Day. Yeah, Meadow is very chill, but she's going through some stuff at the moment, so I don't know how good she'll stream at the moment. I'm missing something, I don't know what. Nelly is gonna be super close. She's gonna get partnered if things keep going like this. Like, it's insane.
13 years ago.
It's insane. She's doing very amazing.
Wait, this is...
Got something?
I just cross-referenced the date Mitsuru Kusumoto
It's
jumped.
insane. But like, she deserves it.
September
Like,
17th.
everyone deserves it. Like,
oh shit. That can only mean this video was recorded very shortly before his suicide attempt.
You know, even people that are new will like spend in hours of work into getting their setup up, like trying, even though there's such competition on this. Seeing people
the
come
video may have provided
through
some interesting
with what they
connections,
love
but we
doing
still don't
is
have that crucial link. The
It's
link
like so
being
big.
the reason
It's like so
Kawana-san
inspirational.
came to possess this, of course.
You know, because not everyone has
Kawana's
that
either the one who recorded it himself,
opportunity to get so high.
or is at least a recipient of the video from the
I
original witness.
mean, speaking for myself,
Kawana-san
if it
and
wasn't for
Sawa-sensei
Lil
knew
and for
each other
Anya
somehow, well, then
last
maybe
year,
Sawa-sensei
I would
recorded
not
it
have
13
become
years ago,
affiliate.
and then had Kawana-san look into it as one of his handyman requests.
So, and I'm still thankful for both
possible.
of them. Well, not only them,
Just
but
feels
pretty much
off.
everyone.
Why's that?
Because of what
still,
Siren's owner said.
Doing this.
Okay.
You'll
So
understand
getting
once you see
everyone reach their goal, even if it's like
Kuwana-kun's past.
affiliate or
his
partner,
purpose.
or just, you know, get a follower goal.
He said we'll know Kawana's true identity once
Like,
we
it's
watch
just
the
the
video.
little things
hasn't
that
been the case so
does
far.
help people be happy.
What identity could we
You
draw
know,
from a
for
secret
some people,
recording
this
of
is
some
an
bullies?
escape. doing this? Is
Assuming
that a
Kawana's
hobby,
in
an
his
escape
early
from
40s,
from real
It would
world?
have been
or
about 30,
is it
50
just
years
something
ago.
you wanna
What if he
work
was a school
at?
teacher of the students in the
Even
video?
though doing this as a full-time job, I would
In
not
that
personally
case,
do.
we should consult the yearbook Segura.
I mean, I
brought
would
back.
do it, but you know,
The one
since
that
a
was
lot
in
of
Sawa
stuff
Sensei's room.
hangs
You still have yet to look through it.
from
That's right.
ads,
Let me go get it.
bits, subs, etc., etc., etc. Like, nah,
The way
that's
you're
too risky
talking,
to
I
me.
assume you've already taken a peek?
We have, but unfortunately we didn't find Kawana-san's face among
Yeah.
the features.
This is the page for Mitsuru Kusumoto's class. Both Sawa-sensei and Mami are there
I know
too.
the feeling, Moss, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it. It'll just take some time.
So the homeroom
Be
teacher was...
sure to take a lot of
this
and
guy.
plenty of time.
Apparently he
For
witnessed
yourself.
bullies harassing Mitsuru multiple times, yet he would overlook it. All he did was smile and tell them not to overdo it.
Well, I know.
It's
Well,
not Kawana.
I know the feeling.
This is someone
Definitely
else.
know the feeling. Like,
We checked the rest of the
It's-
teachers too, but never spotted
those
Kawana-san.
situations are never
Mitsuru
fun to
Kusumoto.
deal with.
This picture doesn't look like it was shot for a yearbook.
Correct.
But
He was most likely already in a coma when
Like, here's the
photo
thing,
time
like-
rolled around.
Everyone's different and stuff to that regard. But I have had moments when I personally didn't feel like streaming because a
Sawa-sensei
lot of people
isn't smiling
notice
at all in this.
I have been bullied. Like, I've been
She
through
did
a lot
mention
of
she
shit
blew off her
as
class
well
reunion.
since I
In
was
fact,
very little
she
all
hadn't
the way
kept in
up
touch with her classmates at all.
stopping with school and stuff.
No surprise there.
And
Mitsuru-san
most of the
would
stuff
be
is
bound to
suppressed.
come up at some
Like,
point.
I still deal with it
This
mentally.
is Yui Suzuki.
I still break down from time
She's
to time.
definitely one of the girls in the video.
And I
Another
do have
classmate
days that I
involved
cannot
with Mitsuru Kusumoto.
stream. Like, I just mentally
Seems
cannot
like a
bring
bunch of the
myself to do
students
it.
on
Yet,
this page were in the video, huh?
Yeah,
yet
but
I still do it
I can't
because of
find
one
Shinya
thing.
Kawaii in here.
I keep in mind by the fact that
Yeah, you're right. He's not in
bringing
there.
bringing this content.
If I'm not mistaken, Kawaii
Even if
left
it's just
the
to,
school
like,
once he
one
started catching
person,
flack
or,
for
like,
being Mitsuru-kun's bully.
You know,
At
just
least
someone
that's what I read
casually
online.
just
No
stream
real
hopping.
evidence yet, but it definitely sounds like how it would have played
You
out.
don't know if you're putting a smile
Truth
on that
is,
person's face
there
or
were more
not.
bullies who should have seen
Because for all you know,
consequences besides
someone
Kawaii.
else might have a bad day and seeing. Let's just say with Lost Judgment, for example. Or, no, let's make it better. Like, for example, Call of Duty Prop Hunt, for example. And you play with some friends, you know, your friends know what's going on with you and stuff, you know. They're just having fun. They're trying to have fun, you know, shits, giggles with it. And someone with a bad day, like, just comes in and all of a sudden, you know, they see just a game where people are just messing around and, like, and I personally am a person that, like, if I don't feel great, I will say it in my streams. Like, I will tell them, like, I'm mentally not feeling well, or, you know, I'm sick, or this and that. I will not say my reason for it, but at least they will know, like, there is something, yet they're still trying. Now, at that point, most people that do come in are very respectful for that. And it's mostly, and very highly, the little things that do put a smile on a person's face. That tiny bit of content, where just shits and giggles, could put a smile on their face, but in return, I should say, sometimes even a hello makes someone's day. They could try to be cheering you up at the same time. So it's like a 50-50 thing, you know? Like, it's... We give stuff to people, even if it's just clips, videos, something. Yet in return, we get love and support back from those that come watch us. No matter if they're regulars, if they're new people, like, we're content creators. We're a family. We're not only family between content creators, but also with the people that watch us. New people, random people, everyone. Like, we're just one big family. Sure, there might be some bad apples, but we're one big family. You recommend GOG? What's GOG?
Uh-huh.
This video is brought to you by NVIDIA and...
Oh, I see. Let's see.
The X30 series GPUs, if you haven't looked. Here's what you add everything up. This is the game's absolutely terrific writing that manages to make what could have been a really generic Save the Galaxy storyline something like personal and intrinsically linked to the inner journey of each character. Very graphic feature, but INOS seems to be really aware of that, and they've designed around it so it always feels like the game is getting back to what it does best. To the spare no expense approach to visual.
Well, I mean, you can still keep an eye on it. Well, that's the thing that I do try to keep away from, like scorings, which is why I prefer to stick with neutral reviews.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He
I
even
mean,
talked
if
to the
they are
police about it.
strongly
All he
recommending
said
it,
was, "Don't
it depends
tell
like
the
how much you love
afterward,
that kind of stuff,
the
like
public
the
eviscerated
DC,
him.
Marvel,
He had to quit his
that kind of
teaching
stuff.
job.
Like, if you're a huge fan,
hold on. If he was dismissed,
go for it, but go for the
figure something
standard
out?
version.
The homeroom teacher at the time of
Just
the
in
incident
case.
did take some flack. He got
But me
forced out of
myself,
teaching.
I'll probably wait.
Yeah? What of it?
Because I
If
think
that's the case,
if by chance
couldn't
if I
this
do
teacher
get
in the
it,
yearbook just be
I'll
filling
probably
in for the other one?
do it during
I see.
through the convention. I
Definitely
think.
sounds likely. Let me search for the original teacher's name. There's a chance he won't be the same guy in the yearbook. Just give me a sec.
You can definitely try. I mean, I don't know if there's a demo out for it. If there's a demo, you could possibly try the demo.
Yagamishi, I found it. The name of Mitsuru Kusamoto's former homeroom teacher. You were right. It wasn't the same teacher in the yearbook. This one's name is Yu Kitakata.
Kitakata?
Huh? Don't tell me that's...
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells?
That's Kawana's real name. Soma said it to me once.
So, Kuwana-san was the original homeroom teacher?
I just found a picture. This is Kitakata-sensei from 13 years ago.
It's Kawana.
Holy shit.
It's him alright.
Yeah. Not only that, Sawa-sensei was part of this class, which makes Kawana her homeroom teacher too. This is the
Oh,
route
what
we've
if
been
they had an
looking for.
affair?
Everything is clicked into place. Kawana-san was the linchpin of this case.
So, 13 years ago, Yu Kitakata left teaching behind after Mitsuru-kun's incident, and became Kawana the handyman. That's what made him turn to his uncle at Siren for help. He told me Kawana tried really hard to make it in the underground. Had some good reason for it.
For living a life in the shadows? What could that have been?
The guilds or something? I don't know. Yeah, maybe you get revenge on the bullies, but then again, that would not make sense. Because he could have different things. World's greatest handyman wouldn't make sense either, because handymen are just jack of all trades people, so. Maybe in. Nah, we'll try this.
To get revenge on the bullies. Maybe Kawana blames the fact that he had to quit teaching on the bullies who caused it to happen. Then, maybe all his hatred got aimed at Shinya Kawai?
Possible. He was abducted 5 years ago by individuals thought to be his acquaintances.
That's a
You think
far
one of them
shot
was
to-
Kawana-san?
I wouldn't rule it out. RK might have learned of Kawana's involvement while searching for Kawai. Maybe they came to a Gene show so they could get details on the incident from him?
Yes, that would explain RK's arrival in town as well.
Would it?
Hold up. Individuals who were his acquaintances? Meaning more people besides Kawana-san, right? Could that mean?
Yep, everyone was
Got it.
involved. Nah. I mean, pretty much Wait, okay, so what I'm thinking is it's either going to be the bullying video, the yearbook, and I'm mostly leaning towards the yearbook, or... Oh, it's only those? Yeah, that's the yearbook. That's sweet.
Check this out. The people in this were Kawai's acquaintances, right? Or Kawana's former students, in other words.
Everyone, though? A few too many, don't you think?
You're probably right. So I should narrow them down.
Okay, so it is a bullying video. It has to be this one, then.
We already know this.
Oh. The students in the video?
Individuals acquainted with Kawai. They certainly fit the bill.
But why would they wind up abducting him?
Payback?
Maybe Kawana asked for their help? No. He forced them to.
And that's why I
What
went
makes you say that?
underground.
Well, Kawana had this on a secret flash drive, right? But to anyone in this video, it would be their worst nightmare for it to show up now. If it did, they'd be busted as bullies who drove a high school kid to suicide.
Yep, it'd be a real disaster for them if that got out. They'd probably be done for in the public eye.
Definitely.
Which means this video is Kawana's leverage. It's how he got them to go after Kawai.
You think this is enough leverage to drive people to murder, though?
Well, yeah, if you're
Kawhi was killed.
up high enough in like
is the only one saying Kawhi was murdered.
that
No
kind of
bodies
stuff
were
hits
recovered
you.
either.
Ooh.
Okay,
You're
hang
down to
on.
bottom,
I'm
boy.
barely keeping up with this.
Yeah, it's a bunch of what-ifs stacked on top of each other. But there is somebody who could potentially confirm this.
Who'd that be?
Kitaka.
Someone in the video. Mamiya, for example. I've met with her at her home. If she was involved in Kawai's abduction...
Is she gonna talk, though?
probably
We were
tell
gonna
us
leave her
what we
alone,
wanna know.
though.
I agree. Yagamishi's provided a working theory that ties together the Kamurocho and Ijincho incidents. So if we can get Yui Mamiya to corroborate this, we should be able to extract even more information from her. Perhaps even including Kawana-san's whereabouts.
Yeah. Looks like he hasn't given us the slip just yet.
Man, what the hell is that guy's deal?
Yeah, I'm getting very fucking curious about
Mikoshiba and
the whole
Sawa
story
Sensei's
about
murders,
this.
Tahara's alibi, Kawai's disappearance. Kawana's most likely tied to everything.
Actually, I'm actually curious if I can
We'll
get
get
my
all
hands
the
on a
answers
collector's
we need
edition
if
from
we can
Guardians,
find it.
actually. I need to
I
order
guess
something
this
anyway.
is bringing us that much closer?
Like in a month or so.
Hopefully. I should go see Yui Mamiya tomorrow.
You should accompany him, Sugiurashi. Considering we seem to be kicking the investigation into high gear. With Kaito-san out of commission, I'm sure
Only
Yagamishi could
Deluxe
use a helping
Standard
hand.
Edition.
I'll be fine right here.
Your call, Tsukumo-kun. I'm cool with whatever.
Thanks for lending him out, Tsukumo. I'll make sure he comes back in one piece.
Hey, don't underestimate him as a party member. He can hold his own if you let him.
New info has been added to the case file. Hell yeah, boy. First, we need this. Crane health boost. Don't see abilities. Immortal. Health to prevent dying. Effect ends when a certain amount of health is recovered. Oh, so this one regenerates health then. Nice. Okay, so we have a few more abilities we can do. Finishing blow snake. Throwing them. Ooh, hello. Because severing snakes, okay. Waterfall crush. Right after parrying. I'm getting a lot of stuff right now. Grabbing any low health. Spin attack. Wheel throw. These X moves are pretty much like either being at low health or at high health. Might as well do this. Well, I'm curious trying them out anyway. Do I have another side activity or not? Nope, nothing yet. Okay. rest up on the couch, because the bed is too mainstream.
You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes when you're dying? That shit's real talk.
Saw it all, huh?
Yeah. There I am, bleeding out. And suddenly I'm getting the 3rd degree from Matsugane-san. Back when I was still just a rookie. Captain Hamura stares me down like, time to lose that pinky. Then,
that's okay, Miles, that's okay. Go shower up, go rest up, and I hope you do feel well soon.
I would get a better final scene than that shit, right?
And
right?
Yeah, as I said, be sure to try and take as much
time
time for yourself as needed.
Glad you
spend with friends. And if you do stream, try something with your friends. Like try co-op stuff. Like just fun shits and giggles.
If it weren't for that stupid ambush.
Well, you didn't tell the cops about him, did you?
Had to give the cops a statement. So
81 on Metacritic. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes out for it then. So.
That'll get you busted, you know.
I'm joking. All I said was the truth. That I got
squad-based games. Well, there is.
In that case, it's only a matter of time until Soma's arrested.
Take your time, Miles.
So
take your time. Don't worry.
We'll go after Kuwana, the piece that ties it all together. We just have to find him before RK does.
Kuwana, huh? He's on my shit list too, just so you know.
Huh?
Kuwana must have had some sort of agenda back when he first met us. In fact, it's probably because you were looking into Mikoshima.
Oops.
He palled around with me all because of that. I'm just a sucker of the agency, huh?
I wouldn't say that.
Still. The moment an ass for me to kick turns up, this is the shape I'm in.
Just focus on getting better. Tsukuma will stop by later, too.
What? Sugiura gonna give me the cold shoulder?
He and I are off to question Mamiya. He said he'd drive us from Ijincho and everything.
Back to Yokohama. Wait, where we came from? Oh, Chukusu were in, I see. I see where we were. Meow. Well, he's still drunk. Wait, how's our health actually? Okay, full health. There's the side quests. We'll do those separately. Begin target search. Target search for what?
What the?
Nope. Nope.
Suspicious. Uh-huh.
Could be.
Hey.
Egg-shaped face. Uh-huh. Oh, we can actually enter this. Wait, if it's long hair, what if?
Hey.
No, it doesn't.
What the?
Lips? No, see, it's not her. I mean, it would be weird if that's her. Really? That's egg-shaped? Huh, okay. Okay. Oh. She's standing out like a bloody idiot. She can't wait. She can't wait. Whew. Let's go. There you go. Sugiura? Okay, Sugiura it is.
So, we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, let's do this. If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
900 points, boy. Whoop, whoop.
Yagami. I dropped
no, you didn't, Moss, but I have kind of a feeling I know who it is, so, I have a feeling it's not gonna be that big of a surprise, I think.
Showing up here uninvited. Please, just leave
if I've connected all the pieces
I
together.
suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. If you saw it on the news, the murder of Seiryo High teacher Yoko Sawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct?
Oh, the first game? I thought you were talking about this game.
After leaving Kurokawa 13 years ago, Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
That is a bummer, actually.
I haven't seen Yoko.
I mean, I haven't seen any thumbnails yet.
Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Of anything? Oh, wait.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata Sensei.
Oh my goodness.
I ran into him at Sawa Sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just
it's
like
a shame it's already been
to
spoiled for you with who it is.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list. But right now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say,
well, I still need to get the entire playlist, though. On Spotify or something.
Because that's a perspective.
Because the music is sick, especially the fighting stance ones.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
Oh no, next trick was the boss fight.
Exactly, thanks for hearing us
Youch.
Hold on just a moment.
Huh. Wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do you?
Wouldn't count on
it. Damn.
Ring again?
But I mean, I kinda have like a feeling who the big mastermind is, kinda. But I'm not 100% sure just yet, unless they have to still introduce a few characters. I gotta guess.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
I mean, I actually have two people in mind, actually, so.
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
Doesn't your husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those kinds of comments.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pry.
Damn, he's cocky, though.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
She's very defensive, though.
Have you been in contact with Kitakata-sensei lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Ooh. Why
Are you
would that be?
surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has nothing to do with me.
Okay, so our next step might be... I think taking the grouping accident might piss her off. Let's go for this.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusamoto?
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
He jumped off the school's roof after his classmate Shinya Kawai bullied him. I hear he's still in a coma, 13 years later.
Weren't you going to ask me about Yoko-chan?
I was, but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case. And strangely enough, they were all in your class. Kitakata-sensei being the prime example, as well as a guy named Akaike-san. Remember him?
Well, you're right. We were in the same class.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusamoto's situation?
Yes, but that's not a warm memory for any of us.
I understand. I'm sure it's not.
I mean, the only thing I've left is this.
The groping was orchestrated, right?
Excuse you?
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you?
Hey, Nero. I mean, for me it's afternoon, so morning sunshine.
You need to leave. Right now.
Dude, what gives? No one would even think to consider a predator and his victim could be accomplices. It's unheard of.
How you been, Nero? How you
If
been?
it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story.
You missed one hell of a stream yesterday, by the way, Nero. As yearly tradition, Will and me did the Dark Pictures anthology, so we beat House of Ashes.
But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate.
And lots of screams were made from Will's end. Because as usual, I didn't get any scary shit. She got all the scary shit.
But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa...
Don't worry about it, Nero. Don't worry about it. I uploaded
She was
it
in your
on
homeroom
YouTube
class.
anyway, so...
She looked after Toshiro.
I mean, my perspective anyway.
She was the link to...
But I will play through it again anyway, so...
But just before I could ask
It's not really the big deal.
She was murdered by Kamurocho.
But we do know...
That same gang...
They already announced a fourth game, actually, for the Dark Pictures.
What is it?
It's gonna be based off Saw, pretty much, and it'll be the season final. So I'm guessing next year will be the end of season 1 for the Dark Pictures. And then after that, the second season will probably start with the final 4
a decade
games.
ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata-sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it right now.
Figures, but it's gonna be one hell of a game from what we've seen from the end credits trailer. Ooh, it gave me goosebumps. Wait, you Mamiya. Mamiya's in here. And horror MCU, lol. Pretty much. I mean, I'm gonna try this evidence.
I'm sure you know what this is, Mamiya-san.
A Kurokawa yearbook? Why do you have one?
We borrowed
Why
it from
don't I have
Sawa
one, eh?
Sensei's murder.
You borrowed it.
You
I
borrowed
highly
it.
doubt that. Besides, what does this have to do with Kitakata-sensei?
Ah. Do you not see it?
No one sees it, Yagami-san. Now, would you mind showing her the right thing?
Wait, what? Wait, why would that not be... I mean, the only thing left is this one.
See for yourself.
No.
This was recorded at Kurokawa Academy 13 years ago. Feeling nostalgic yet? It was well hidden. Your Kitakata sensei had it on a USB drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other bullies.
Ooh. Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Yep. So it has.
Please delete it.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded.
How are you finding the first judgment, Nero?
Based on your reaction.
Tell me what you think of it.
Existed?
You know what happened to Mitsuru-kun. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame. Well, sort of, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families.
Pretty good. I mean,
what?
Like, what do you expect? Like, it's from the dust from Yakuza, so especially like the story-wise, like it keeps you on your toes. It has lots of twists and turns like that you do not expect to happen.
Happen someday.
What do you mean?
I do like the fact that you have this mystery residing in it, you know, like you have. Oh shit! Here we go.
Looks like she wanted some company.
Ooh. Happy-go-lucky taser, eh? I wonder if I can pick up the taser. Yeah, it is, but with a lot more violence. Nice. Down you go, sir. Y'all, just take this fight outside.
Well,
hell, this is all collateral damage. It's not my fault. If it ain't my house, it ain't my fault. Was it?
Our old friend Akahike-san showed up.
Oh shit! I thought that shirt looked familiar.
So you
oh
are
shit!
Together.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Break every finger on their hand, it still won't make you even. Come on, they may have more on the way. I have an old haunt in mind we move this to, and Mamiya-san's coming with.
Ooh.
Huh?
Let's not cause a scene, okay? I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Oh, Yagami, you're playing dirty right now. Yeah, but with L.A. Noire, what he had is that you had to look for the little details while taking their statements, like when they look left or right in their upper corner of their eyes. Like if they're telling a lie or when they're telling the truth. Like, those things I did find very interesting. Like, I love that. I might return to L.A. Noire someday. Well, we have a cutscene. I'm gonna see if it's actually on PS4.
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good to be such a reliable friend?
Yeah.
You're a reliable friend,
We won't be around long.
Oh yeah, it is on PS4. Ooh, it's even VR.
You think time's the issue? This is about
I
respect,
might grab it
man.
next month then or so.
What's your call?
Or in December.
Are you kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in
Might be
Yokohama.
good for a VR stream or something, I guess.
What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who?
You'll know once we're done explaining. Let me introduce you to Mamiya-san first. She called up her friends to come
Some
after
detectives hardly play fair. I mean, he's a lawyer and a detective, so he doesn't play fair on both sides.
What happened to Aniki? You better have paid him back already, Yagami.
Oh, we did pay him back already, don't you worry.
Fuck those RK assholes. And how could Aniki have let him get to him like that?
Now that Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
Don't you
First
want
you'll
to
tell
know?
us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
You got backed up in a corner.
Then let's get this over with. What do you want to know?
Yagami, leave the stool alone, seriously.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say,
Kuwana.
I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kuwana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kuwana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been hard for us then. After all, Kawai was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. At most we would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have cut him slack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But that's only how it would have gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
I mean, yeah, but it's not necessarily
I have a child
a
now.
bone breaker, actually,
and a skilled
like you
partner.
say, but
If the world
there
sees that
is
tape now,
kind of a runaround,
I'll lose it all.
way around it.
And what do you think?
In your
To my
skills, you
son?
have the bonus bonus
To
SP
attempt
things.
suicide. His life would be
As long as that's like your main focus of putting your points in first, like, it doesn't really matter if you get those correctly.
Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night.
But they did remove
still
the correct answers from this one. So you don't have to
Yeah.
select a specific
You have that much more
answer
to lose
as the correct
than when you
answer.
were a kid.
You can pretty much go through everything.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities.
But then again, it does make sense that you have to like
One started his own
start
company.
with, or rather like
Others
ask
have
your
families.
questions in a set
They're all in that
order.
position too, huh?
Because you know,
That
you
video
are a
gets out,
detective
we
after
lose
all. You
everything.
know, like, you can't just go jump the gun like,
You get it now.
oh,
He waited
you're
for
the
all of us
person
to
that
get what we wanted in
has,
life.
you know,
Just so
joined
he
this
could threaten to
person
take
for
it all
murdering
away.
without like even
And
touching
when
the
that
wires.
time
Like,
came,
you know this person, you know this, like, it kind of makes sense, you know, to a degree.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago.
Cash Clash.
I was out on a walk with my son.
Ooh, Rocket League tournament.
He came strolling up out of a blue.
Just got an email from Kaiser regarding a Rocket League tournament 2v2. I'll check it out later. I was thinking of going back into the competitive play anyway.
He took out his phone and played that video. He's a psychopath.
Well, all
yeah, you're an idiot for bullying.
Pretty psychopathic to me.
So there. Yeah.
And you're so perfect. An angel who never once acted out of line.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Never lashed out at someone weaker than you, or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it.
Trust me, Sugiura done different shit.
Picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why does this have to happen to me?
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people.
Ooh, shot fired.
You'll sling your barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
I mean, that is true. That is a fact, especially for bullies. Like, they'll bully until they're confronted with them later on. They're like, oh, but we didn't do this because this, and like, fuck off. No matter how long it has been, bullying remains bullying. Or 5 years ago, Kawai was abducted, which means
you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could never do something like that.
Wasn't us.
Entitled punk asses.
You're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawai somewhere in Kamurocho and bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kawana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness. Is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all
this is messed up,
he
boy.
wanted nothing to do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything.
Like these games are like so intriguing because it starts out with like a small little case. Like this one started out with just a small little bullying case, and it explodes into something this big. Like,
yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama, and that's where we begged for forgiveness.
Beg for forgiveness.
After that, he said we were free to go.
Cash Clash. 31st of October.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
Our very first Cash Clash tournament featuring
the day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
It's a free-to-play tournament for everyone.
There's only a video.
Will be crossplay. Everyone welcome. More players, more prize winners.
Pushing Kawhi into
Ooh. Well, I'll have to check with someone then, because I'm interested in joining that tournament then during Halloween.
See so clearly. How we covered Kawhi's mouth as he screamed for help.
Then again,
you know all the backstory. The video was a clear-cut abduction.
I want to play Blackwater then. I don't know. We'll see.
As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw it.
Yes, it is. It definitely is a subject that is still very touchy and problematic nowadays, bullying.
It was a picture of Kawhi.
So I'm actually happy with the games bring this kind of stuff forward. Like, not only this,
shoving him into the van,
but also like the Life is Strange games. They also bring back some of the
we've been at his beck and call.
Problems of nowadays, or subjects that are like taboo or you know, touchy for most people. So bringing this kind of awareness does bring a lot of things, especially brings out more understanding, I guess.
Murder who exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he could find.
Not a lot, actually. I have zero knowledge of Japanese women wrestling. But I do know of that one person that you did mention, I think like 2 weeks ago or something.
I think he's killed at least 7 people.
That died, the Japanese wrestler.
How's he doing this?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only
Yeah,
way we
I think it was that one, yeah.
Anyone
was
who
her.
drives someone to suicide must always face justice. Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
That's
sure I should
sick,
say this
dude.
out loud.
That's a sick sense of judgment.
I'm rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
So was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kuwana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
Oh,
That's how it
damn.
went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawai to the police. And then Kawai's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawai's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
Oh, damn.
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
I mean, to be frank, that is pretty much a smart decision, actually, for the blackmailing. Damn.
Sounds to me like Kawana's had one thing on his mind for 13 years.
Yeah, he's a
Sitting
sick
on that
little
video and
puppy,
becoming
but...
an Ijincho handyman was all in service
Damn.
of his real motive, killing off bullies. He's dragged all his former students into this hell, until the day it destroys every single one of you.
Yeah, huge leverage
Just
indeed.
today's that day.
Holy.
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things, though, if you don't mind.
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kuwana called RK. What part did they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6
Oh,
months ago.
could it be that she didn't want to take part of it?
Asking her about the suicide at Serio High.
The suicide at Serio High. You must be talking about Toshiro Ihara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ihara wouldn't have gotten involved?
Oh, damn.
And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kawana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
True, but you have but you did have a hand in this.
Who is it?
Block number.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kawana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
How did he know?
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind
Yeah,
me.
that's a fact, Nero. Like, doesn't matter if it's even like a tiny hand or a big hand. Like, a hand in this entire plot is still a hand in it.
I could change my mind.
If someone dies, that blood
Told
is
me to
also
leave
on
him
their
alone.
hands. Simple as
Let
that.
Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mami-san's with us.
Sugiura, bitch, please. We've been tortured and shit, and we're still walking around and kicking ass. Of course we'll be fine.
Got it. Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Move my ass, whoop-a, 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 whoop. Let's see. Need to sneeze. Achoo. We only have 30% of all the skills. Damn. This sucks. Let's see, snake style. Threatening fury. No, threatening parry. Bless you, thank you. X will throw. Yeet. Grab an enemy and press when at full health, okay. 10k, 10k, 5k. Invisible Blitz. Powerful attack from quick step that may stun an enemy, okay. Champion's jab, champion's hook. Let's do stats because we need more of this. What's a good way to grind up SP? I mean, for me, it's just going into every fight that there is, but also go for battle bonus if that's in the first game, because these will up your SP after every battle. And also try to do some of the challenges, like go into the restaurants, eat, do some of the side activities, like side quests a bit, and that will net you a good amount, like very easy. But definitely go for the battle SP boost, because the SP boost is helpful as fuck. Okay, we got this. Next up, Tiger Hidden Arts. Yes, please. We'll go for Crane. Here, 1.2. There we go. Because if you look at it, like the first level only gives you 50%, then 100, 150, 200, 250, and the maximum is 300% extra SP that you get. So that's a whole lot of shit that you get from just fighting. And the faster you get to clear them, the better, actually. Oh wait, we still have more that we can take, apparently. Special. What can we buy in here? I mean, there's nothing that... Oh, here we go. Drunkenness limit. Yeet. Now you might not be so drunk all the time. But yeah, for me, I usually just fight random people most of the time. We'll see every encounter that I'll see I will head into and fight. Pardon. Next, just to show you like how much 250 gives us. And whoop. Like we get 720 points for every random street fight that we do at 250% extra SP. Well, especially early in the game, try and go especially for the SP bonus. Because I just saw like just one fight, like I'll see if I can get even more in this one. But it also depends, like if you end the fight with a finisher and stuff, I think. 960 we got this time around, so.
What a waste.
So yeah, it's definitely not bad to have the SP bonus. Just saying. Sure, it's a bit of a pain to spend most of your points in that one, because you know you can better spend it into your stats or better skills to kill them faster. But I mean, what's the point in that if you still have to grind them because you're low on SP? And of course the challenge. It's like complete the entire menu in restaurants. Let's see. There are a few more. Where are they? I think it's this one. Down go. So pretty much like, you know, city missions give you SP as well. Collecting money, walking around. With this one, it's skating. Lost items you can bring back if it's in the first one. I do not know. Apparently, photo snapping is a thing. Exploring the city with a drone, for example. Eat at restaurants, which is in the first game as well. So, as you can see, like 100, 200, 400 SP. Side activities give a shit ton of stuff as well. Shop missions. Like even even doing side activities like Virtual Fighter wins. Dead Souls, Final Showdown. Eat stuff, like, you know, everything will give you SP to a degree, so. Actually, we can already take a few more skills now. We have 4K already, and we did only 2 fights. And we have 4K, so you know, you can go pretty fast with the right skills. Riding, I'm gonna put in specials. Healthy Gourmet. That's 2.5. That's 2.5. Busan, raise your drunkenness limit further. While being drunk. I'll take these two. And then we'll put one in Crane with 2.5, which is this. No, wait. Crane King Might. Here we go. We have one more in Tiger? Really? Oh yeah, here, 1.2. Heart of a Champion. Boing boing boing. What's up, boy? Fat man. $540.
What a waste.
What a waste. Yeah, Yagami. What a waste indeed. Ooh, that's a big boy. Yeah, big boy. Oh, a Nouveau Ridge. Oh, I haven't seen you guys in a while. That's a good boy. Damn, he a tough little cookie. Nope, not today, Sap. Noot noot. Nah.
Really, guys?
He was one heavy hitter, though. Damn. Let me in. Nah. Damn it. I need to whoop your asses. And down you go. Now, I do have to say with this one, with Flawless Judgment, you do get more SP how you fight. I don't think that was the case in the first one. I think. Not 100% sure.
And stay down.
Okay, food time. Ooh, what's this? 5K, fuck yeah, boy. Earn 5K, spends it on fast food. Boink, boink. So as you can see, by just eating the ones we didn't eat yet, we get SP as well. Because we're doing the challenges.
Now we're talking. Pretty tasty. Thanks.
SP Game Plus. Hell yeah, boy. Okay, we have to go this way. Oh, and also try to focus on the drone racing, actually. Because I think if you do those tournaments, they will give you some nice XP as SP as well, if I remember correctly. That is, if I remember correctly. I could be definitely wrong on that subject, though. Ooh.
Hope you don't mind I let myself in. Now, are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want.
I mean, you're an asshole, cool.
You're gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san? I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do. Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down?
I would, but you're in my chair.
Last time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this
Oh, really?
shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me, is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken.
Oh.
That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry.
Well, it's not his burden because he ran away like a bloody coward, so we were dealing with all that
Felt like the world had
stuff.
stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short.
Yeah, he's shady
never
as
really
hell,
bounce
dude.
back from it, do
And
you?
he ain't even wearing shades.
But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
Bring back those memories, huh? Damn it.
You and I are the same.
We're not the same,
We both
Corolla.
have scars.
We're not the same.
And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped. She stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys. Teasing. I figured it was harmless. That they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah. I guess that's what I did. Now it's too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, Nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru.
Oh, damn.
She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said. To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding, so the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning. 4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times,
sneaking suspicion,
prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
Ooh.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up. At that little cafe. Then, I hired the Leomong to step in.
I knew that was too suspicious.
They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya. They hadn't seen each other in 13 years. Sawakun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yue Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawakun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawakun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops.
Oh, really?
We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawakun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's
oh, duh.
Why her voice was
RK was there at that moment.
It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Just a sec. Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now.
I mean, that would be too coincidental if a sniper took him out.
Free. You guys have been true to your word.
He's just gonna jump out of the window.
I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
I wouldn't count on that.
Oh, come on. We really doing this again? Fine, let's do this.
Hold up.
Now look at you.
Chase time. Hell yeah. Nope. Ah, shit, not good. This is bad, I'm gonna lose him. Hardcore parkour. Yeet. Woohoo! Oh fuck, I missed him. I missed the bucket again. Hello? We almost have him. He has one hell of stamina, dude. Like shit. Gotcha, bitch!
Catch you later.
Dude, come on.
Get back here.
He ran out of gas, yeah, legit.
Where'd he go?
No, I have a bad feeling about this. Either I was gonna say like either an ambush or we're gonna ambush.
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurakawa kids.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything?
Oh no.
Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
But answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay, then. Time to learn your lesson!
I mean...
Come on. What kind
Come
of
on,
lesson
we've
is
taken
this?
assassins out, like come on. You don't think you're gonna beat me? There you go. Next. Totally not that late. Next. Oh, I love this.
Kawana! Oh no, Kawana!
Oh no. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. Okay.
Really?
Good reflex.
So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san.
Oh shit.
Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
What a twist!
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusumoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows. However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
Chapter 10. Catch a Tiger.
Hey. What are you doing?
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore.
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days.
Ooh. Hey, Sugiura, right on time.
Carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. And try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
He has a fact. We did not abandon her.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah. I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Damn.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
Fuck you.
Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters. Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Ahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamurocho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho, too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
Make them pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Yeah, that's the point.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Alright, might as well. Let's see, where should we go? Oh, we can fight these dudes. What's up, boy? Fight. Bike. 1,000 points, damn. Oh, that was fast.
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
I mean, no shit, Sugiura.
Shirasaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
Got it. And I'll head back soon.
Thanks.
Wow, I mean, that was super fast. Like, we did one fight. Really? Damn. I'm gonna fight these dudes real quick. Fuck it. Hello? We already won. Ayo. Oh, that's true. We aren't even equipping gear just yet. Let's go. Triple KO. That was a triple KO. Damn.
Really? You too, Genda Sensei?
Oh shit.
Am I in the way?
Maybe?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kawana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kawana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Okay, let's get to roasting.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ihara's assault was designed to establish a false alibi for Miko Shiba's murder. So Kawana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ihara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kawana doing at the time? Was he in Ijincho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ihara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
Oh shit!
And Kawana posed as Ihara himself? So this Ihara was actually Kawana. Huh.
Sensei and Ihara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
I did not see that coming, actually.
You sure that's really Kawana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ihara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh. You can print things in 3D now?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become Ihara-san.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
Yeah, the fuck, Nero? The fuck? This is,
right.
Yeah.
Assuming Kawana wears a
face off much.
There's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Time to pull back the curtain on this case. Any evidence I'm unsure of. I need to press something on right now. But, I don't know, this maybe?
What do you make of this?
I mean, what's there to doubt?
You tell
the
me.
one running on the platform wasn't Ehara-san. It was Sensei pretending to be him, right?
Meaning...
There is no more meaning. That's all there is to it. Ehara-san used a stand-in. The stand-in turned out to be none other than Jin Kawana, which Mamiya-san just finished explaining in detail.
Yep. Good to know we have all...
Okay, so it has to be this one then. The killing.
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean...
I've heard of it multiple times, but I've not seen it as far as I can remember.
He said from the start that once Ehara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets off bullies. Ehara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kawana and Ahara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
That seems like it.
Seems to be going well for them. The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ahara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, and it worked.
Top or not, Ahara's a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death. The courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kawana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Sensei and Ehara-san are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
Perhaps this one.
How should we be looking at this?
The guy getting taken down in the footage is the real Ehara-san. Sensei had already switched places with them before the scene happened. No one saw through his disguise.
Makes sense. There'd be no way to swap places after getting caught like this. His sunglasses were removed too.
Also, the person who tripped him was one of ours. So was the one who took the smartphone video. If nobody tried to stop him, he would have just gotten away. But the most important part of it was pinning Ehara-san as the culprit out in public.
Right. If that didn't happen, the entire alibi goes up in smoke.
More or less.
So basically, this entire battery case was calculated from the start. Nothing but smoke and mirrors.
Interesting. Maybe we'll go for this.
This came out pretty clearly.
Uh-huh.
So the guy in the back is Kawana posing as Ahara, right?
Yes. And he actually didn't lay a finger on me. His Fritz couldn't show up.
Sounds like you had a hell of a time getting this set up.
I didn't. Sensei sure did.
Wait. That doesn't make sense. That statement contradicts the incident report because there were fingerprints on the victim.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ahara's hands after he was caught. From the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Hara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ihara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ihara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got into the train, I met with the real Ihara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarments. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers and the trace were from.
Okay.
What the police found on Ihara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Okay, so next one.
Can you take a closer look at this?
That's the Ikebukuro station platform. What about it?
Kuwano was pretending to be Ihara. Then Kuwano was also the man in the video before he got on the train, correct?
Right. Didn't we go over this already?
Guess we did, huh?
Oh, shush. The only thing I have left, well, basically two things. I'm guessing this one is gonna be the, No, I have not seen anything of it. I didn't even know it was coming out tomorrow, actually. But I'm very split on it. Personally, I'm gonna wait for it a bit longer, because I have a feeling they might go the same direction as they did with the Avengers game. So I'm gonna wait a bit until ACG comes out with their neutral buy, wait on sale, or don't touch it review. They're pretty neutral with their review, so I'm gonna sit with that for a while to get more info. Which will probably be tomorrow that we'll release it.
Sound about right.
Is I give up what you're looking for?
But I mean, I liked the Avengers game, but I don't know, like it was just too repeatable. There was nothing new coming with each and every update, and all we got in the end were broken promises for that game. So, sadly enough, you know, it is a single-player only game, and apparently you can only play as Star-Lord.
How about this then?
So, it'll be very 50-50 on how I feel about it. I'm gonna grab some chewing.
Time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been...
Yeah, aside from DLC characters, we got nothing new.
If Ihara killed Mikoshiba in the Jinsho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's dumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ihara-san beforehand, and passed it again. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ihara-san when they switched places. That way, Ihara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody suspected a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the
Graphic-wise, I do have to say Guardians
really
looks good, though. Very good.
Anything else?
But yeah, I don't know.
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ihara and Kuwano's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Kanda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ihara being found guilty, right? As the client, if he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ihara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
And we'll talk to him tomorrow.
First, we need
as
to
far
see
as
how
I know,
we
Don
react to everything we got.
Nero, no.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center.
As far as I
tomorrow.
know, everything has been dropped. As far as I know.
So, we done for the
The
night?
last DLC that they did was Black
job,
Panther,
everyone.
and
Go get some rest.
apparently that character was horrible. Like, you actually had to get him to maximum level to actually have him decent.
Yo, Yagami.
Not
sure it was
powerful,
cool to
but
let that
like just
mommy and
decent,
shit just go
mediocre,
home?
decent.
Yeah? Why?
I mean,
Because here's the
enough
thing,
to wanna
they
kill
also
all
promised
those
like
people.
they will never
Aren't you
implement
gonna turn her in or something?
game
would.
progression stuff
There's
through
nothing we can do.
microtransactions.
Nothing we can
As soon as
do?
Black Panther came out,
Frankly,
I think
we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
a little while after, they
What, so this is
actually
all for nothing?
started putting
Nothing
XP
directly
boosters
pointing to Mommy
in
anyway.
in the store for
Aside from
microtransactions.
Mikushida, no other bodies turned
That you
up.
definitely would get
Which
like,
means all we can do is
for
take her
example,
home, right?
50,000
Sugiura's making sure
experience
she
for
gets
like
back safe.
$10 or something.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here?
So yeah,
Everyone else went home
they
already.
broke promises that they made
And why the cold
towards
shoulder?
everyone.
Am I really that annoying?
Which is why I'm personally
You wouldn't be the
skeptic
guy
towards
I'd call to
Guardians of the Galaxy.
So if you're done, then go.
Wow.
Sure, both companies
Good for the jugular,
bring out
huh?
awesome games, lovely games, but
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but
You know.
time lately. But only
they
if
have
you bow
shit
your head and ask
to
me
get
nice.
together, and
Then I'll consider it.
because Avengers had
I know
the
for a
potential to
fact
be a
you
very
know about
awesome
the
game, very good
so
game
why
even.
waste a good vow? Thanks for the drink.
But it just fell short, being
Dude,
way too
come on.
repetitive in later
That was
game
your
and
cue
not
to bow and
giving
ask nice.
anything new. And then of course they lost the rest of their play base, bringing XP boosters for real money. So yeah. Fight me, boy. Fight me. Fight me. Fight me. Man. Let's go. There you go.
What a waste.
Will you be getting Guardians of the Galaxy Nero? Or not? Oh, not this way. Meow. Making my way downtown, skating fast. Whee! Smart idea, smart idea. I mean, as I said to Mo's earlier in the stream, like, especially like on YouTube, like just type in before you buy, and you'll get one from Gaming Bolt, and then the other one is AGC. Like they are very, very neutral with their reviews. Like they just go over the positive, the negatives, some tips and stuff about it, and that's it. They just give their opinion on it without saying like, oh, it's a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10 of this or that. Like, they just be like, if you love, like, if you're a fan of DC or Marvel, like, oh, try it, buy it, or wait for sale. If you're not a fan, then wait for sale, or, you know, try it from a friend. Like, that kind of stuff. So very neutral reviewers. Take a taxi to the detention center. Yay, detention! Yay! We got a cab right around the corner, I think. Nyum. Detention center, let's go.
So, you're recommending an appeal? I have that right? Did some new evidence come to light?
Huh, plenty.
Yui Mamiya told us some things. Like how you faked your alibi for Mikoshiba's murder. You wanted the sexual battery conviction, right?
Well...
well...
Your goal was to avenge your son and humiliate the law on a grand scale.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Ahara-san, we have a much better grasp of the situation than you think.
And what exactly have you grasped?
Like Yagami-san just said, you're innocent. As far as the harassment goes. As your lawyer, I'll file for an appeal. And we'll make sure the world knows
I have not bought the Scream Operator pack yet.
I'm scum of the earth.
It would have... I mean, I like the fact that they, instead of black, that they give him a grayish color.
On the day
so
of
I do
crime,
love the
October
effects,
7th,
otherwise
at around
he'd be...
6:30 a.m.,
As an operator
you were
skin,
in
he would be
Jincho,
way too
not
OP.
Tokyo.
Baloney. I was relaxing at home.
Oh, they actually used a real voice actor. Nice.
You wanted to give
nice.
the man who pushed your son to suicide the beating of a lifetime. And you'd miss out on that opportunity if you were at home, which is why you were in Ijincho instead. Isn't that right? You and Kawana's former student staked out Mikoshiba's house until he left. Then you dragged your prey into a car and brought him to an abandoned building in Ijincho, which would later become a murder scene. Every bone on Mikoshiba's fingers was broken. Remembering how he pushed Toshiro-kun to his death, it's no wonder you'd go that far. You tortured Mikoshiba without a shred of remorse. You inflicted no small amount of pain and terror. There's no way you weren't there, and I'd put my money on that.
And then...
And you need the whole play-by-play, even though you already know it?
Oh, not at all. I'm just fascinated by this outrageous little story.
Outrageous little story, huh? Mm-hmm. What he did next after beating up Miroshima? I mean, pretty much this.
As for what you did next after beating Mikoshiba...
It's quite a home video.
Without leaving anything on Mikoshiba's body that could be traced back to you, you slit his throat. Estimated time of death was around 7:30 a.m. on October 7th. You tossed the bloody coat and made your way to Ikebukuro Station, where Yui Mamiya was waiting.
Are you sure? I was at Ikebukuro by 7:30 a.m. Would have been impossible for me to kill Mikoshiba and Ijincho.
Stand in, bitch.
The person in the security camera footage in Ikebukuro was a double who imitated your likeness. The identity of whom belonged to Jin Kawana, the handyman in Ijincho. Or maybe you know him by a different name. Former high school teacher.
Wow. So he actually voiced it entirely.
So which name did he give you?
Like he's an operator on his own, isn't he?
With Kawana in view of the security camera, you met up with Yui Mamiya at Ikebukuro.
Which does make sense that they would go
That's
more
where you touched the undergarment she had prepared.
deeply with
the
going
police
for
would later
the actual voice acting instead of just clips.
And pin the groping on you. Then you made your way to Shinjuku Station.
I mean, going for voice acting Rambo would sound like
Mamiya and Kawana acted out the
McLean.
as they arrived.
That
at
would
Shinjuku
be
Station.
pricey as hell.
Kawana jumped out of the train and Mamiya chased after him. And then, in the smallest of blind spots in a station absolutely packed with cameras, you were waiting for Kawana, who looked just like you. With the two of you matching, you were able to swap places in that huge crowd without anyone noticing. Kawana handed you the transit card used to pass the ticket gate. Just one piece of hard evidence that places you in Ikebukuro. 7:43 a.m.
Actually, here's a good point regarding this car.
And right after the swap,
if they wanted to know if there were
started
two
calling
people,
for help.
why not check the car
After
for fingerprints?
We've all seen how the news reports.
Because I mean, his fingerprints
You
would
were
be on there,
caught in
and
a public place
Kurowa's
with plenty
would
of
be on there as
witnesses.
well.
An active duty police officer arrested for sexual battery. The public outcry was very clear. As a result, despite it being your first offense, you were actually tried and convicted. The consensus is that it was a fitting punishment for someone so heinous. Even as your lawyer, I felt the same.
Have some confidence in yourself, Shirosaki-sensei. The prosecution, the judge, and a lawyer like you all laid out the evidence in court and found me guilty. I'm in no position to doubt. And I've long accepted the ruling that Toshiro was never bullied. There's nothing I can do but abide by the rule of law. Right? That's all I can do, right?
I know what you're trying to say. You carried out the justice that the courts wouldn't, right?
Everything my son went through was passed off like it never even happened. School, teachers, and yes, the court. They all dismissed the reason he died.
That's when Kawana came in the picture, telling you Toshiro-kun had been bullied. But was it Kawana's words that suddenly made you want to kill Mikoshiba? Because all of his fingers were broken while he was still alive. Was that really all just your pent-up rage?
What do you have to say, Hara-san?
I mean, it's not online, because he never released the video online. His son wouldn't have told him. It could have been Sawa, but I'm going for Kawana.
Did Kawana really tell you? You found enough motive to murder Mikoshiba on hearsay? No. That doesn't sound right at all.
That has to be Sawa-sensei.
Was Sawa-sensei the one who told you the truth? She was the only person Toshiro-kun confided in. You had to have heard it from her, right?
Nearly hit the nail on the head, as they say.
Nearly?
After my trial, she confessed she knew about the bullying. But only to her old teacher over the phone. She had no idea she was being recorded.
What?
Kawana-san let me listen to that recording where I learned Sawa-sensei had been muzzled by both the homeroom teacher and the lawyer. That was the proof of Toshiro's bullying I'd wanted all throughout the trial. After hearing Sawa-sensei's words, I finally understood. They pushed my boy over the edge.
Was there no other evidence of the bullying? Like a diary of Toshiro-kun's, or something of the sort?
Nothing. Toshiro never talked to me or my wife about the bullying. And that was probably all my fault. He was bullied in middle school, too. Kids would throw his pencil case around or hide his books. When I heard about it, I chewed him out. They walk all over you because you're weak. Grow spine, I told him.
I take it that was the wrong approach.
Yeah.
Very much.
I can't imagine how much courage it took for him to come forward about his suffering. I'm sure he felt ashamed about it. I should have listened when he pleaded for help. I should have told him I was proud of his bravery. But instead, I pushed him away. And in the end, Toshiro tried to make sure he never showed weakness to us again, no matter how much pain he was in. He went to a private school out in Yokohama because he hated living. But in the end, he still suffered.
And that's why you didn't hesitate to unleash hell on Mikoshiba.
If you say so.
So the first time Kawana showed up was when he let you listen to the phone call with Sawa-sensei, right?
Yes. He approached me and asked me if I still wanted justice for my son. I was in uniform when he came to me, too. Very bold, but it paid off. I owe him a debt of gratitude. He reassured me he had already taken care of multiple individuals like Goshiba.
Let's see,
And that
roundup
he
of
urged other
schools, actually.
to avenge the children they lost to bully. He'd tell them that simply being branded a bully wasn't enough. He promised to deliver real justice.
If justice can be served at one's own discretion, laws would cease to serve their function. If the law isn't fair to everyone, no one will obey it. The law is only able to help the powerless because it can't be swayed by money, force, or anything else.
But tell me, what's the solution when the law fails to punish someone who laughs in its face? To overlook those the law won't judge is to abandon those the law couldn't protect.
I mean, he's having a
To
point.
render justice with confidence, you require sufficient evidence.
Some of the victims' families refused Koana's offer of revenge, telling him it would be unforgivable. But even after rejecting his offer, not a one reported Koana-san to the police. Do you understand what that implies? Whether you follow through with revenge or not, Koana-san presents a solution that resonates with people. Being that the law is unfair and imperfect. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not. But we're fighting to make it as fair as we can. Laws have to change until they are perfect.
They don't change fast enough. Toshiro's death was murder by another name. Yet Hirumi Goshiba walked free. He even got to enroll in a teaching program as a student teacher. Someone like him? It's insane! I'd die of old age before the law was ever written to be fair enough. For Toshiro's sake, I can't turn a blind eye to a world where the Mikoshibas can live without consequence. Tell me, what alternative was there to getting blood on my hands? I didn't have any other choice.
Yagami-san, did he just...
Yep.
This is the first time you've admitted to killing Mikoshima.
He fell for it.
You really did your research, unlike those useless cops. Koana-san's plan was impressive. Almost.
Until he got on the scene.
I didn't expect it to be unraveled so quickly.
I just got lucky. There was some dirt on Yui Mamiya that Koana could have used against her. If we hadn't found it, there's no way we would have gotten her to talk.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, but I'm under no obligation.
Yeah, that's our secret.
Nahara-san, you'll be sent to prison as a sex offender as it stands.
Of course. Just as I planned. The charges will be confirmed, and I'll be convicted. As for the police and the prosecution, they wouldn't be able to admit they made a mistake. I could scream, "I killed Mikoshiba" at the top of my lungs.
Got him. For now.
Are you saying you intend to admit to the murder after you're released?
Everyone's seen the video of me killing Mikoshiba by now. It's obviously authentic, but the prosecution and the police are saying it's fake. They need it to be fake. Even if I do confess, they'll sweep it under the rug.
They wouldn't.
No,
they
it's
will.
not beneath them. But I take it how they react doesn't really matter to you. All you want is to humiliate the law, don't you? The same system that determined Toshiro-kun's incident didn't happen.
It seems you're starting to understand, Yagami-san. The prosecution wanted to charge me for Mikoshiba's murder. Then they'd have to retract the battery verdict. And that would mean admitting to a massive blunder by the court at the hands of a criminal. It would be chaos. Despite knowing who murdered Mikoshiba, no one would know what to make of the case. Wouldn't that just be wonderful?
I hear you. And I even get why you'd feel pretty proud of accomplishing that.
do you?
But in this case, the guys pretty much grabbed the tiger by the tail.
What tiger's tail?
Someone's issuing orders to the thugs in Kamurocho from behind the scenes. He's the tiger in this case. And they've been closing in on your partner, Kawana. And Sawa-sensei got in their path. I'm sure you get the newspaper in here, right? You know, don't you? Sawa-sensei was killed after the thugs broke into her home. All because she got involved with Kawana.
Where she was killed. This is the first I'm hearing of the reason why. And by thugs, you mean Arcade?
Yeah, but we don't know why they're going after Kawana. Any ideas?
No way I'd know.
You think it could be because she got mixed up in your deadly little game?
Excuse me?
That's what getting away with murder really looks like. The more you perpetuate the lie, the greater the rift you create. And then, the unthinkable happens. Kawana killed others besides Mikoshiba. You said so yourself. That's what brought the angry tiger into play. And if Sawa-sensei ended up paying for that instead, then how can you begin to believe your vengeance is fair?
Because she gave false testimony. She lied in court to say Toshiro was never bullied.
She couldn't name Mikoshiba, who was a minor at the time, without evidence. What's more, she was haunted by her testimony, always second-guessing if she did the right thing. But now she's been killed. Somehow that's acceptable to you? I'm gonna clear up what happened to Sawa-sensei, just like you did for Toshiro-kun.
How?
By going public with everything you and Kawana did. The first step is to appeal the sexual battery and undo this whole lie.
You never groped Yui Mamiya. That's one crime you're innocent of, Ehara-san. The court's verdict was incorrect. So please give us the chance to appeal. We can prove your innocence.
What on earth would I get out of that?
You get to humiliate the court again. Besides, what are you gonna do for the next half a year in a cell?
Fine. Do what you want. But just know this.
Yes?
I have no intention of admitting to killing Mikoshiba in court. Is your appeal still worth a damn?
We won't know till we try. Let's go, Sari-san. We have client approval to proceed with the appeal. We better act fast.
Yes, agreed.
Yagami-san. Sawa-sensei's death isn't on me.
Oh,
Even
it
if
is
I have
boy.
grabbed the tiger by the tail, that doesn't mean
Her blood is also in your hands, dude.
By that logic, you may as well admit that Mikoshiba didn't kill Toshiro-kun. You can't have it both ways. Listen to me. Everything about you, about Kawana, about why Sawa-sensei had to die, we're gonna expose all of it. It's the only thing left we can do for her.
This shit's getting intense. And I'm loving this.
I'm going to fill Genda-sensei in on what happened. Why don't you head over to the office?
Sure thing.
Pardon. $10K, boost attack. Oh, that's 40K. Script. There you go. Nice little health boost. Special. There we go. Let's save up. I'm gonna keep the other chapters for when we continue this. I'm gonna raid out because I do still need to eat, and I also have someone planned already.
Nate will be live later today. I might not stream again tonight. I do have work today, which is why I did spend 4 hours now on Judgment. We're gonna raid Lady Yen. We know because of Nate. But yeah, this story is getting very fucking intense. Like, I'm loving the Yakuza series, loving the Judgment series. This is one hell of a fucking game. Dante, thank you for being in here. Moss, thank you as well. Lil Nate, thank you for the biddies. Crazy people. Yeah, no more stream for me tonight. Nate will be live tonight. And our next stream will be tomorrow at our usual time after work. So we'll keep that in mind. And we're heading over to Lady Yen.